Well, I don't want them. It doesn't have to be casual. I mean, we're live now, but we're talking over the logo graphic thing.
The logo graphic thing.
Hey now, but well, wait a minute. We didn't start yet. You're getting this all fucked up.
I thought the other picture was still up when I did that.
Well, no. When you switch the pictures, then the other one goes away.
There.
Crying out loud.
But I thought it would go back to whatever.
But it doesn't go back.
I'm going to go get my water.
Get your water while I play the intro, for crying out loud.
Welcome to the show. Let's see what has been happening in the wrestling world. Welcome to the show, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Counts, always the best guests in Midwest. The Two Counts, wait time guaranteed because we're the best of the best. Meet Phoenix and JR, Top Shelf Tommy, we're about to start. Welcome to the Two Counts. It's time to dig deep into the wrestling world. Welcome to the Two Counts, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Counts.
The Two Count.
The Two Count.
Where comedy meets wrestling. Please comment, share, like, and start a hype train for God's sakes. And now, here are the hosts of The Two Count. Comedian John Russell, wrestling broadcaster Big Ace, and everybody's favorite heel, Top Shelf Tommy.
It's Tuesday! Holy cow. How are you? Put your hand down. Happy to see you all. I hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. Personally, I dropped my pants and shot off a rocket, so we're all happy. Hi, Tina. How are you? Happy to see you. Did you guys do anything exciting over the 4th?
I golfed 4 rounds.
Holy cow.
I visited family down in Texas, keeping them in the in connections and everything like that, making sure that they know what the Top Shelf's all about.
Hello, Zach. Yeah. So when you go down and visit your family, are they as disappointed as we are on Tuesday nights?
I don't know why you want to start a war already, JR, because you can't win, right? You know you can't win.
Making a comment that anybody
That's not a war, damn it. He burned you. Vince liked it.
First of all, no one in my family is disappointed with me because when you're Top Shelf, how can you be disappointed? Okay?
Yeah, well, maybe you should go and smoke some legal marijuana. That might solve your problems.
I don't have problems. Why are you thinking I would have problems? I'm Top Shelf. This is how it goes. God.
I don't know.
Fucking you two need to figure this out real quick because I don't really want to fucking be here tonight. So, I would suggest that maybe you get out of your own fucking headspace and you treat me with some goddamn respect. How about that?
We're doing some ass kissing? Well,
I didn't say ass kiss. I said just get out of your own fucking headspace, man. Calm down a notch or two because you're riding this high horse that you fucking don't even own. All right? So fucking come back down to earth. And realize,
like I'm a third grader, how we are on a high horse. Just taking little pot shots at our top shelf host is all.
Yes, exactly. You got to understand.
Let me tell you something, brothers. You talk all about these horses. Well, look at these horses right here. That's right, brothers. Big horses right here. Both of you suck. Shut up.
Looks more like a jackass to me, to be real fair.
I think everyone would agree that Hulk Hogan looks like a real jackass.
Yeah, for some time now.
Let me tell you something, brothers. I hate black people, brothers. What?
Jesus.
That's what he said. There's video of it.
Yep, I remember. Well, I didn't watch it. I've seen the report.
He actually said way worse. Anyways, we got a great show. We're gonna have one of our dear friends who's part of the crew hang out with us tonight when he gets here. Mr. Timmy Nela is going to be coming by and hanging out. I know he's getting excited as we are on this road to SummerSlam and All In and All Out. Fuck, that's a lot of shit. And we have a wonderful, wonderful guest, mysterious guest sometimes,
Whoa.
scary guest sometimes,
Mhm.
but also just a great guy. We have Damian Saint on the show, everybody. Let's welcome him to the studio.
Yes.
Hey.
Hello. Get off there, Tom.
I didn't put myself up here, but I deserve
I'm on
it.
top.
Top shelf.
Scroochy. There we
What's
go.
up, guys?
Hello.
What is going on, fellas? How's your evening going? I see some people getting some drinks in, and I got the All-Star game on. It's a nice night in America. What's going on?
So,
It is.
did y'all watch the home run derby? I didn't see it, but I heard everybody was just cranking shit. What I did see is dude who with his bonus hits went righty, lefty to righty or whatever.
Oh yeah.
No way. I actually did not see that, but now that you gave me that information,
Yeah, you want to go back for the
let's hear
first
lights out.
time.
But Vlad Guerrero Jr., dude, coming
41.
Yeah. First time though that
41.
somebody has switch hit and also cranked some out.
I don't think he missed when he switched it.
That's
I don't
Last
think he
one.
did either.
He missed the last one. That was it. Tina says, "Hey Saint," and I know we got look. Mr. Zach Takes just tweeted a great photo of the screen watching this show right now while he's on the treadmill. You
Perfect.
get it, Zach. You get it.
what's up, baby?
Yeah, man. We got Hall of Fame coming up soon, and I know that we've had some good times there, and we're excited to see Zach down there. So we'll see you then, Tina, as well. But yeah, man, Dane, welcome. So I don't remember if it was advertised, but you definitely were supposed to be on this a couple months back. Things didn't work out. It's not a big deal because it happens all the time. So we're cool with it. So we rescheduled it. We're making it happen now, and we are glad to have you because, man, I want to get into some stuff, man. Because first of all, we all love watching you in the ring. But I think you're one of the guys in the Midwest area and in the Iowa area directly that I don't know if anyone could put a finger on Saint.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree?
No. I think I agree with you like 100%, and that's kind of the whole. I mean, if you look at the character in itself, like what I've been able to develop with it, create with it,
Oh man,
Oh,
we
you're
got that
He's
shitty Iowa connections.
all right. If you're not on Wi-Fi, try that. If you are on Wi-Fi, just try to get closer to the whatever it is. That usually helps. Or just go where you have phone reception, full phone reception.
Oh man, froze up already. That's what happens. People get around the top shelf. They don't know how to act. It's okay, everybody. I'm
is that
just a
why?
high
man.
horse.
Is
Get
that
off your
why?
high horse.
I'm just a
Is
man, everybody.
high horse.
That why?
You rotten bastard. Get off your high horse.
I'm just
You'll-
a man.
You'll never be as cool as Terra Rising.
What?
You'll never be as cool as Terra Rising.
So lame.
You don't know who Terra Rising is, Tom?
Don't care. Don't care.
You call yourself a wrestling fan.
Nope. I'm just not a mark. How about that?
We're waiting for him to see if he comes in here.
Says the guy who paid how much money to go to a bowling event to hang out with wrestlers. That's pretty marky, bro. Call you Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
That was for this show. Okay. I was trying to get you in
You
for
did
this
that.
show.
Don't blame the shit on the show.
I'm not
I went-
blaming.
I went to the
'cause
Super
neither one
Bowl.
of us win. I mean,
I
was
went to
good
the,
at it.
My back?
let's just.
You're back.
Yes.
I went to the Super World buffet for this show, Tom. I went to all you can eat sushi for this show.
Where's the
Don't
Super World
get off your
buffet?
high.
Hang on a second. Where is that at?
Wait,
Don't worry about it. Saint, good to have you back. Just a
Yeah.
little bit of Wi-Fi issues, maybe.
I think that's because we've been having some issues here, just with our Wi-Fi in general and the internet. So I apologize. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Other than just try to reconnect.
You
Don't
could
worry
just
about
move out of Iowa. That's a good one, right?
Iowa is a great state, and it has developed a lot of great things. And you can keep the great state of Iowa name out of your mouth, sir. You don't even want to be here. You literally said at the beginning of the show, "I don't want to be here."
Yeah.
I literally was very tired after work. I was like, I should really skip this fucking show. But I'm doing it because of you being here. And like Ace said earlier, and it looks like you're frozen already, so you're probably not even hearing this. We tried to have you on a few months ago.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Wanted to have you back because we've been able to see a lot with, between Madhouse, appearance at Absolute, and then obviously seeing you around doing your stuff with Central Empire as well. So, I mean, obviously that's why we want to have you around. But if you're going to act like a dick to the top shelf,
High horse.
damn straight, baby.
Get off your high horse.
The top shelf sucks.
Can you hear me now? Am I good?
It's a little choppy, but we'll try and make do as best as we can.
Here, hold on just a second. Let me revamp again here. Get it going.
Boss man Luke Raven says the beard's looking good
Why do you call him boss man?
Thank you, boss man.
because he hires me.
I just call him dipshit. Luke, good to see you. Good. Thanks for being around.
Yeah.
Get that modem connected, baby.
Yeah,
Dan's correct. Yep.
that is true. That is true. Ah.
Some would say they're just trying to match my energy, but I would say they're idiots. So, Tom
Oh,
debugged from September. Sweet. Perfect.
There we go.
I don't need to work anyways, Luke.
Am I good?
No, I'm just kidding. Sorta.
Nope.
Kind of.
That is Saint's
The rat
fabulous hat balancing trick. He'll be doing it at the next Madhouse show.
Ooh, lights out.
Woo!
It's a Mountain Dew pitch black mag.
Let's do this. Y'all are gonna see me reset a router, so you know that I'm smart.
I'm sorry, that also looks like a weed plant behind you. Am I breaking news here? What are we doing?
It's
Plant?
just the basement in our
Weed
Christmas
plant.
tree.
I
See
don't
the
know
Christmas
if
tree?
that's legal marijuana down in Iowa. It's legal marijuana in the state of Minnesota.
Look at Zach Take,
Oh,
just
you're
trying to take my fucking job in September, man. Luke ain't gonna get rid of me in September. Come on, Zach. You should know
probably
better.
gonna get rid of you in September. Let's be real. If Luke knows any better,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
fair enough.
You know
Hey,
what you're
DJ
doing.
Top Shelf's been killing the Madhouse shows, though.
Yeah, some of these notes that we're doing for these shows, man, they are not easy to fucking go with, dude.
Is he just resetting the router? Is he resetting the whole circuit breaker at his house?
Everything, JR.
Do it all, baby.
Doing it all. Working at Aldi and managing a bunch of people, which is crazy in itself. Golfing
kidding?
and taking care of a dog.
That's your day job?
Oh, yeah. Yep, my day
Nice.
job is I'm an
Wait, you
assistant
manage-
manager at Aldi Incorporated. About 30 people at once. Well, not at once, but 30 people all together in a store, little tiny store like that. So
Man, I love me some Aldi's. I'll tell you what.
There
And you
there
know
are
what?
a lot of
I-
things that. Go ahead.
sorry, no, yeah, no. So I actually just got done running the store last week. My manager's on vacation the entire week, so I got a chance to showcase what I could do essentially. So I was pretty excited.
This is what happened when Saints phone is 99% downloaded torrent porn. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Luke, I love it.
Okay, so let's get into it. You're back. Looks like we're good. So like I was saying, it's hard to put a finger on what you're doing at the shows when Saint comes out.
Yeah, and basically what I was trying to get into is I think that I think that it's working, and everything that I'm putting into place and piecing together in the puzzle, it's working, man. Can't really explain it, man. It's just one of those things where I like keeping myself and I like keeping things internal until I have to let it all out, and that's kind of what my band does. They internalize all that until they're ready to show their craft or show their art. So I think in all reality, it's working, and people are like, okay, this is weird, but we don't know what what he's trying to, accomplish or what he's trying to put out there, but you'll see it. It's just story in itself, all in itself. It's what it's supposed to be for, right? We're supposed to be telling our story. So just let it happen and just take it in.
I love that. I love that. I'd like, real quick though, I'd love this. I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Tom in August, but Ace needs his roommate in January to Tom his job. Man, was that the whole plan the whole time? Just to get a cheaper room on the cruise? Keep it. No, of course not. I can't wait to be on the cruise with Tom. He's gonna have a blast.
Listen, I will be the fucking draw on that boat, just like I'm a draw on Twitch. People need to understand this. I'm not just here to hear myself talk. I'm here to provide entertainment and maybe a little bit of commentary on the wrestling world. Saint's hat. What does your hat say, Saint?
It's Big Grove, the favorite brewery in Iowa City, Iowa, and Solon, Iowa. Obviously home-brewed goods, and they don't have anything, domestic or on the line that you would normally get. It's all home-brewed. They have what's called Easy Eddie, if you haven't heard of it.
I have not.
Have you heard of Easy Eddie Top Shelf?
No, I've not. No, I'm the one who said that. No, I have not heard of Easy Eddie. I assume it's some lowbrow, bottom of the barrel.
Nope. It is a double IPA. It is probably the greatest tasting IPA of all time. It is probably my favorite beer of all time. But they also have good sours. I'm a huge sour guy. Okay, just take that in as you will. But I like my sours, and they have some really good ones. So if you're ever in Iowa City area or Solon, you got to check it out, man. I'm telling you, it's really good.
And no judge, when we were at the Madhouse show in Newton at the Thunderdome, I had the best pineapple sour beer I have ever tasted in my life, and I cannot remember what it was. So
was it a mango? It wasn't a mango cart though, or anything like that.
It was pineapple.
Okay, huh? Yeah, I don't know what they had on tap. Was it on tap?
No, it wasn't on tap. It was in a can. It had like a cat on it. That's why I got it.
Oh yeah, Ace and his cat.
Yeah, I like cats. Get the fuck
if
over
there's a cat on a can, I will definitely drink it. What a puss.
Hey, that's a terrible joke.
But to my surprise, it ended up being like the best beer I've ever had. Never had a sour beer really, and then pineapple sour beer. It was like I had two of them, and I was like, okay, I need to stop because this night could go south very quickly if I don't.
They get heavy, dude. They get really heavy. They had the double blackberry there by Big Grove, and that's good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm into sour beer. Maybe I need to get more into that.
Maybe we should just go into Waterloo and go to Back Pocket Brewery, when we go to Waterloo and, get some good beer and eat some good food and see some pretty women, just all that all together,
Is that what the draw is? Is the pretty women?
Maybe. He did just talk about torrent porn, so I'm just trying to play into it, just how everybody else does. So here we go.
You gotta be careful with that. Don't want to come off as a womanizer now, because that's going to get you some trouble.
No, not at all. If I remember correctly, like some of my very first interactions with Mr. Saint here was at that brewery. Well, having some, right? Wasn't it?
It was.
You came. That was the top. JR remembers that was a topic of conversation there. Mr. Saint had his eye on one of the lovely ladies over there, and was very respectful and polite.
I was very respectful.
Right.
I am very nice at the dinner table or lunch table or breakfast nook, whatever you want to.
Or at the brewery or at the bar or
I can't remember
at a house party. No big deal. I'm just a very polite.
You say you're a draw, homie, but like if we go out to Surly up in Minnesota or wherever you want to go up in Minnesota, I'm gonna be the draw and you'll be my right hand man.
Tom will still draw. He'll just draw flies.
Listen, first of all, you don't talk about Surly like it's not my home base, basically. All right, man. So maybe just slow your roll a little bit before you start talking about my backyard. All right.
Fine. Todd the Axeman's my favorite though, so I just got to go with that. Whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Fair enough. And also too, drawing flies, JR, how fucking dare you? And I'm going to start dropping some.
Get off your high horse.
Oh, hang on. Now, wait, Tom, did we take you to Backpedal last year? That was
we stopped in there for with Wes for lunch. I think it was the Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been there. Yeah. The first year that we went there, because that was the first time I ever went there. It was you, Zach. I don't remember who else with you guys, but yeah, we heard all about how Saint there had his eye on a lady, and then we went to go eat, and all of a sudden here he comes walking back in.
Yeah.
Hey, balls on you. I love it. Good for you, man.
Hey, dude, I'm single, and I ain't got nothing to hold me down, man. I'm ready to go.
I love it. So we were talking about how you're telling a story with Saint. I'm going to ask you this: if anybody knows you or has seen you around, they probably know this already. But if not, you're very inspired by the band Slipknot and Corey Taylor and all of them. Sorry. So I'd like to hear a little bit more about what that influence is, what that means to you, but also besides Slipknot, what is something else that you maybe draw some inspiration in for what we see at these shows as Saint?
Truthfully, like that's kind of a hard question, to be honest with you, because it's all based off of that and just that love for those guys. But I'd have to say just my inner self. Truthfully, like there's nothing that I can say correlates other than just me on the darker end, my feelings and my emotions. Just trying to convey that and show. Convey that.
Oh man. It was going so well. Oh man. This is why, all right. Little inside baseball for y'all. I actually do like Iowa. I just hate their fucking internet down there.
Well, the internet's fine. It's just that, look, okay, let me get rid of this one. And let me add this one.
Yeah, this is where I belong.
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that better? Am I good?
Yeah.
My God, guys, I'm sorry. Also, my dog is being very mysterious, just like his owner, or like her owner, I should say. And she's running around chasing shadows. I've never seen a dog chase shadows the way this dog does. I'm not even kidding you. It's kind of funny. It is kind of hilarious to watch. She's going nuts. Veda, can you lay down? Anyway, so, yeah, like it's just the emotions. It's the inward, the stuff that's bound to you that you can't necessarily get rid of emotionally, just putting it on paper or just talking it out loud. You have to like actually act it out and do it. You know what I mean? I know that sounds weird, but in my free time, I'll literally watch Slipknot concerts and try to convey that, like, and utilize that on stage per se for myself, which is the wrestling ring. You know what I mean? So it's just my inner emotions, man. There's really nothing else to really tie to it, if that makes sense in a way.
So speaking of Slipknot, now, are you a fan of theirs because they're from Iowa or because you actually enjoy their music?
I truthfully love their music beyond just the biasness of being in their state and living in their same state. Yes.
Fair enough. I didn't mean I know that sounded like me being an asshole.
I know, but you won't have it. So every question you've ever asked me, you've kind of come across as an asshole, or whatever. So no, I'm giving you shit. Calm down. Don't get all mad. Get off your high horse, like JR said. And
even when I ask you how you doing, I come off as an asshole. God, I got to get better at this.
That is a lie. I'm always nice.
I know you are. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if it's every question I ask and I come off like an asshole, I can't even ask you how you doing without fucking sound like a total knob.
The whole total knob thing, Yeah.
Jesus.
And I suppose a total knob would know a total knob.
Exactly. There you go.
Ooh,
so
Tom.
it's not just you. It could be me. It could be anyone.
Tom just keeps lobbing up these softballs, and how do I not take a swing?
You gotta hit it out of the park, man. Every time.
This is true.
No, don't worry. I'll wait for my rebuttal when Top Shelf Tim Nela comes back too. Okay, Team Top Shelf getting bigger.
And notice that he didn't print Top Shelf in his name.
He doesn't need to.
It does say Tim Nela. That's it.
I think he's kind of probably a little bit embarrassed.
Well, we'll find out. But yeah, Tim Nela is here. I see his shadow coming back there.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah,
Yo, man.
my boys.
So we'll cut you up, Nela. We got our boy Saint on here.
I was watching. I was watching.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're in the mix. So feel
It's in the
free.
backdrop.
Ask away and join in. You're the fourth host tonight, so you're in on this. So now, where'd the love for wrestling come from? I always ask this, not necessarily like where'd you go and train and all that, but like when did you start knowing this was a thing and that you wanted to try it?
It's crazy to think about like your childhood and like reflect back on that stuff. And I actually had just come across a memory with a friend of mine that he and I used to jump on the trampoline, man, and like suplex our, WWF little buddy thing. I can't remember what they're called anymore, but those little buddies that you would slam, or whatever, or just stuffed animals in general. I know it's, hit them with chairs, hit them with kendo sticks and stuff like that. And dude, like the love of it came back when I was like, in my 8 to 10-year-old years and just watching it on TV on Spike and Triple H and Ric Flair and Batista and Randy Orton being in Evolution, just all of that. That was the prime time for me to get started because I felt like wrestling was at a peak at that point in time. Triple H being heavyweight champion and doing the things he was doing. Kind of crazy how he could be like that $1 million champ and just looking good all the time and leading a pack of people and then just how evil he is turning on Randy the way he did. It was just that whole thing. It got me hooked. That story itself got me hooked, dude. Like I didn't turn back from there, and I watched it ever since.
I love it. I love hearing that because I just love hearing like what it is that hooks us. You know what I mean? Like, because it is. There's always that one. Like I'll always remember Superfly off the cage at Madison Square Garden. Like that was my first like real wrestling memory. And it's like, wow, look at that.
It's not a popper, and to be able to understand something like that when you're that young, it's pretty cool. Look back on. You're like, I never really realized it until I was in my adult life that there's a lot of storytelling that goes into this, but major deep storytelling that can go into it as well. And I think that's what hooked me is because I'm always looking to sink my teeth into something that's up and down, peaks and valleys, and with a great finish. And that's what wrestling's all about. So.
Well, that's swell.
Okay. It's always hard when we have, we never plan it out to be like, you go, then you go, then you go, then you go. So it's always like that air after because it's like, who's next? Who's asking the next question?
The hard part is that we're all kind of trying to listen and we're, despite what Tom might think, we're all very respectful to each other because we don't want to step on each other if somebody else has a question.
But then we end up sitting there like idiots for like 2 seconds, like
who's gonna ask that?
What's up? We don't freak.
It's just I always crack up because of it. It just makes me laugh.
It's all good. Hey, there's always an awkward silence sometimes. It's okay. Like we're all just here embracing it and just taking it all in.
So
minus Nela, you're talking to a bunch of guys that know about awkward silence.
Yeah, there you go. So when you're thinking about the start and you're thinking about how your character has developed to this point, okay, is there anybody that you can go back to from that time when you really started getting hooked that you're like, I don't really want to base myself on this guy, but I'm taking some inspiration from this specific character?
I think anyone, especially from the beginning, like if you even look at the beginning of my career, my very short career that I've had so far, and that's been, I'm humbled to have it, taking it as you will, but Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Tommy End, you can definitely see that from the beginning with the moveset, with the movements, the hair, all of it. You can definitely see that. But now things have obviously kind of been a roller coaster for me to going from the beginning till now. And there's been some changes that I've made that I resembled a little bit of like a Finn Balor. But like these are all good things that I see, as far as character development and changing and evolving. But Finn Balor started kind of coming into play there a little bit. And then Shibata, got to throw some Shibata, Katsuyori Shibata in there. And then a little bit of like, a little bit of Ric Flair stuff and Shawn Michaels stuff, as weird as that sounds. But that's more like the work aspect of it, giving more of myself to my opponent than anyone else ever would. You don't have to necessarily give so much 100%. But whoever it is, I'm always giving 100% because I respect the person across from me, no matter who it is. So there's always an amount of respect, I should say. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still want to beat their face and kick their face and do all those things, all those gross, disgusting things, but do it respectfully because they're obviously trying to put on a show with you. So we all know this. So, just going from there. But Malachi Black definitely is probably my biggest inspiration as far as, character development for sure. Especially like the metal music side of it and the movements. Like I said, the look, all of it.
I like it. So, we got our friend Tim here. Tim, for his goal of 2023, right? It's to take his first bump because he's like, I need to be in the ring. So someone who's, like you said, you're getting into the craziness of your wrestling career. You've been out there. You kind of also came through the COVID era, right? Am I correct on that?
Yep.
So what with all that, like, would you see someone who's like, man, I want to get in the ring? What is the advice you're giving them? What is some tips? Like, what are you saying?
Just take your time. Take your time learning and soaking it in. Obviously, if you're like looking into actually doing it for sure, but just taking your first bump, just make sure that it's a commitment in itself. I know that sounds weird, but like when you're ready to go take a bump, you gotta commit, and just know that the commitment has to be there. And if you're gonna soft bump, if you're gonna bump a certain way, just make sure that you're gonna attack the mat because you want it to feel flush. You don't want to like bump on your elbow more than on your other elbow, or on your shoulder more than your other shoulder. Just making sure you're bumping safe, but also at the same time attacking the mat, because that's where you get that pop. If that makes any sense.
So, like, did you have a background in any type of sports, whether it's like football, basketball, mixed martial arts? I mean, because you said Malachi Black, Alistair Black. So, I mean, did you do jiu-jitsu at some point in time, or is it just something you just decided to get in that ring?
So like I was telling you beforehand, I had a buddy of mine or a friend of mine when we were kids that would do all this stuff outside, on the trampoline or on the grass or whatever. So I ended up getting into sports after that, getting away from the wrestling. I watched it still every week, but like I still was doing like more sports activities like baseball, football, soccer, basketball, and I became a three sport athlete through middle school, high school. Didn't have like mixed martial arts background or anything like that. Nothing to that nature. I wasn't really into combat. You know what I mean? And once I got to be about 22 to 23, I started really considering doing training, but I just couldn't afford it. Right. And I wanted to either do the MMA or jiu-jitsu or, taekwondo, because even that's you have to be pretty skillful to be in taekwondo and stuff, and pretty mobile. And it was just something that interests me, and I never really just put any money towards myself to invest in myself. I was always doing work for other people, like at Hy-Vee, Aldi, whatnot, all that stuff that I've been doing. So one year I took a leap of faith and I took out a loan, and here we are. I took out a loan to go train, and here we are.
Well, good for you for taking out a loan and really investing in yourself. Can't wait to see what other results. Obviously, though, too, you've had some pretty major rivalries, I would say, with the likes of Ricky Bronson, Jared Thumb, more recently with CEW there. What's been some of those driving forces behind some of these rivalries you've had with these guys?
I think it's like one of those things, like brotherhood's thicker than, just blood itself, if that makes sense. And some of these guys I went to war with and have gone toe to toe with are actually we were pretty close before we went to war, and had a relationship to some degree. And sometimes words can come to play between the two of you, or just things happen and you get angry with each other, or you just want to settle the score. And, the driving force behind some of them, especially like a guy like Ricky Bronson, we trained together, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And we were always trying to one up each other, and I could see that. And I just didn't want it to come across as that he's going to dominate me. I really wanted to show that I was the better wrestler, better fighter. And I think I've done that so far. I think it'll only continue that way too, as well. But people like Billy Burr saw.
No!
Just when
What?
it was getting good.
Hey!
There he is.
I had a phone call from my stepdad. Anyway, so God, it's like, can it just stop getting interrupted? Because I'm just getting juicy here. But God, no. But like a rival like Ricky Bronson, somebody
No! Step
Stop
dad,
calling him.
leave him alone. He is busy.
Do not
Yeah,
disturb.
I
Come
mean-
on.
Do
I'm,
not disturb.
I ain't trying to. Hold on just a second.
Tell him to quit calling you.
Yeah, send a quick text. Be like, I'm busy.
I'm about to call your stepdad and be like, hey.
Yeah, you ain't my real dad.
Okay, so I think I'm good. But no, so like those rivalries, they have stuff behind them. It's dense, and there's a lot of pain that goes into that, just because the things that could be said to said other person, and just those harsh feelings that you can feel. And that's, I like to express that violently. And especially like I was telling you earlier, I don't necessarily bring that mysterious side out of me. I also have like a patient side of myself, which is what you're seeing right now. Someone that's calm, collective, and not within his thoughts, because there's nothing to really be in my thoughts about. But when someone wants to run their mouth, or when someone wants to step up to the plate and just wants to fight and just give a good fight, I'm always going to be there for it. And then you see that start to come out and develop. And so when you see me posting and see me getting stuff online, that's the other side of me. I don't post all the time. You see that now. I used to post every single day because I was just that emotional in that time. But now you see me just posting every so often. It's just me looking for a fight, me looking to, set something up, so that you see things down the road starting to transpire. That mysteriousness, and that, it's kind of like a calm killer. You never know when it's going to pounce,
Beautiful.
Well, I'm guessing that calm is probably why, little Goob 1984 here is saying my daughter and I actually took the time to meet and talk with Saint at this year's Bridge City Slam. Now one of our favorites. I'm assuming that's because you were calm and collected and a bit mellow at that moment. Maybe I'm misreading that a little bit, but I know that's the side of Saint that I like. But also, you admitted earlier to being a Yankees fan, so it's dual sided. It's dual sided. I got to make sure I kind of play this one. I don't want to get burned by a Yankees fan,
I'm
man.
just telling you, it's the evil empire, and we're always going to bury you left and right every single time. So the Twins can just go fall off a cliff for all I care, truthfully, because they're going to get their asses whooped each and every time.
Yeah,
Just
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying, like,
I know you don't disagree with it, and you never should, because it's always true. So
just give me more reasons to like you, man.
I will and always do. I've never done anything to you, Top Shelf Tom, and here we are. We're just going at it. We don't need to.
And why you gotta be like that and calm us down like this, man? Come on, dude. Keep it riled up.
I was trying to find the wonderful picture from the Halloween Madhouse Halloween show, Malice's little show of horrors last year, Newton, where you and said Ricky Bronson actually had a lightsaber fight in you guys' match, and it was epic.
Yes, sir.
And an epic picture, but I don't know where the hell that's posted. Someone.
Well, Clint Dye is still in the chat here. Make sure maybe we can just send that over to us.
Was it on his thing? I'll look.
I'm pretty sure he was there. I'm sure he's the one who took that photo. So
yeah, and that was actually just inspired by the fact that I was trying to do something different at the time too. I've done quite a few different things. You guys seen my like gear change and stuff. And name change like 3 times for no reason. Yeah. But
I still every show I have to ask. I'm like, what are we doing? But you made it clear. You made it clear.
Kayfabe, anyway. So basically, it's just those I don't know. It was just so inspirational seeing those lightsabers in the corner when he put them up. I'm like, dude, we have to have a duel. We have to have a duel. We got to do this. This is absolutely my favorite movie of all time. And if I could ever be a Jedi, that would be so cool. Or Sith Lord, some deep dark Sith Lord, because it's exactly what I was trying to do at the time, and it just didn't work. So, but yeah, no, that lightsaber duel. Thank you, Ricky Bronson. That's all I have to say, because that was a moment for me in wrestling that I'll always cherish forever, because that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So. Yeah,
you've had several interactions with Ricky Bronson. Of course, he's on the shelf for a little bit now. But
speedy recovery.
Let me ask you something. So you have a style. Is there a style that you feel like fits better with what you do? Does that make sense?
Sure. So, like, if I was to say strong style, is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like leaning strong style or brawler at this point.
Okay.
I haven't been doing the flashy stuff as of late, just because number one, you train for that, and with working as an assistant manager at Aldi, I'm not necessarily always thinking about or doing those things in the ring as much as I used to be, like doing moonsaults or performing certain off the rope moves or etc. Just trying to keep it light here because I don't want to like get too deep into it, But basically, just there's not enough training there for me to be able to do that stuff. So I'd say more leaning of the strong style and brawler as of late. I just had a match with Jackson King, and I feel like that strong style really came out during that match, and you could see it. And that's starting to develop everything that I've wanted to piece together for this character, move wise and just movement wise, and the entrance, the flow and feel of the fans, the way I want to walk, the way I want to talk, the way I want to look. It's all just starting to really finally come back together the way it was supposed to. So I'm really excited for the future and really excited for that style to keep coming out.
Let me do a little quick follow-up, and this is just popped in my head. So we all know Jackson King is a legitimate kickboxer.
Yes.
So when you're wrestling with him, when you have a match with him,
to go too hard,
does he? I mean, do you feel like he can be a little more stiff? I mean,
I think that's a label that I actually carry more than anyone else. I hate to say that because it sounds horrible, but it's not in any way, shape, or form supposed to be that way, and it's not supposed to hurt them. It's truthfully, I don't think wrestling is obviously ballet. You obviously see that as a fan, and I throw a little bit harder than the average wrestler, and it's warned. I warn people that I throw a little bit harder than normal. And it's truthfully because I just want people to be able to feel that, if that makes sense. Like if I'm getting hit with something, I want you out there in the seat or you here at commentary to feel that. I want you to feel the emotion, and you see the way I bump, how hard I take that bump and why. There's reasoning behind all that. I feel like every single bit of it. It's not just the storytelling within the actual words of the storytelling. And I always say that. It's even how you bump. It's even how you take a punch, how you go to the corner and take the buckle and, whatnot. There's always something a part of that. So I take it very seriously. So yes, we go a little bit harder to answer your question than the average match would ever really truly go into. And especially like if he's 2-0 in his boxing career and I just beat him in a wrestling match. So, I mean, what's to say if we did a kickboxing match, who's going to win, If I could train to become a kickboxer, maybe I could go one-on-one with Jackson King in the middle of a kickboxing match. Maybe, who knows?
I mean, you never know where the road's going to lead, right?
There's several people that done crossovers. We all have seen that, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey. So
yeah. Tim, did you have a question? I thought you were asking something a little bit ago.
Well, no, he said something about he's had different names before in the past. So I was wondering because Saint currently now, so I was wondering what your previous names were before.
So I just labeled it as Saint today just because, it's just the last name, but it is Damian Saint. I'm going to keep the mantra of that the first name that I ever created. There's another Damian Saint in wrestling, okay? And that's what's been so hard. Did you see
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately. And it's not like anything, it wasn't anything out of disrespect. I just didn't know there was another Damian Saint. So, I mean, kudos to him. It's a good name. I feel like I think it's a cool
great
name.
You're better. Don't worry.
Okay, educate me real quick. So
I'll say it.
Damian Saints, a Damian Priest. What's the Saint Priest? Can I be Damian Christ?
If you want to be Damian Christ, that'd be kind of cool because then we could just do like a triple tag team and become the trio champions on AEW. I think that'd be kind of cool. The 3Ds, the 3Ds, and no pun intended to the move, but we'd have to totally take the 3D move, and we'd be good. It'd be all right.
Damian Antichrist, more like it, Nella. Come on, man.
Come on, top shelf. You ain't show me no love, your top shelf. Come on.
I have, man. You were walked away when I was saying top shelf.
He did. Here. You were gone when he was giving you love. Malice,
come after me hard like this.
We want to say hello to Malice. Speaking of Malice and Madhouse, we've seen you there. Who are some people that maybe you're hoping you get a chance to get in the ring this summer that you haven't gotten to yet?
Here's a question: did you guys see a post from them about Rory Fox?
Yeah, Rory
Yeah.
Fox supposed to be at the August 12th show.
Okay, yeah, that's an intriguing one for me. I've ran into I've had a few encounters with Rory Fox, and I think that would be someone I'd want to hit in the face again pretty heavily. So, but Arjun Singh, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, that guy's on a freaking tear.
Yeah,
guy's on a freaking tear. He's a good wrestler. If I could go toe to toe with Arjun, I'd be pretty happy. And there's another guy actually, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, Jimmy Wild. Me and Jimmy are supposed to go one-on-one like 3 or 4 times now, and has not happened. And I feel like there's something that could be connected there, especially if I could pull out some of the stuff that I've done before in my early career. So I think those 3 guys are on
look
my.
At that.
Oh, there we go.
Well, here's the deal.
I think we should make that happen. Saint versus Rory in September, because I'm pretty sure that's in Walford.
Yeah, we'll have to leave that to the heads to be there in the chat room. So maybe they'll do some talking about that one. But what I can tell you, Saint, is that on August 12th, get ready, because we're going to be back in Knoxville, and you have a tall task, my friend. And I don't know. Do you even know?
I don't even know yet, man. I haven't been told anything.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Here we go.
My life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all.
Yep, perfect.
Taking on the Death Dealer. I mean, talk about a guy hard hitting.
Yep. That is a match that I've been wanting for a long time. Some guy that, truthfully, you know what? It's been in the back of my brain that I need to wrestle this guy one-on-one, and I'm actually pretty happy with that. You say hard hitting in a Haas fight. I know I'm not that big as far as Haas style, but I can bring it out. I faced people like Manders before. I faced people actually like 4 times actually.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll bring that out.
Manders. Yeah.
Yeah, four different ones, and they all were in his favor, definitely. But I can still give it. So I think me and the Death Dealer can throw some hands, and it'll be a pretty match. I think it'll be a bloody match, maybe 2. Who knows? But
I like
if he's
it.
dealing death, then I'm gonna deal him in a coma, and then he can just lay there the rest of his life and get old. So
There we go. There we go. I mean, like, that's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. That's hot off the press. Literally, that was sent to us about 20 minutes ago from Luke. So there we go, man. That's a stacked card too, you guys. I mean, we got all kinds of good stuff happening that night. Of course, you mentioned him earlier, Jimmy Wild. We're getting that rematch. These are all just those promos for that. I don't think I have anything else up on
let's be real though, and sorry to interrupt, but all these graphics that these guys are coming out with, can we just be honest, like how pristine these are?
You know who's making all this stuff?
Is he
40-hour plus Luke over here?
Luke
Awesome, man.
Raven.
No way.
Killing and the best part is he's too humble to take credit, because he's always like, yeah, I know it's horrible. I don't know how I'm doing. I've never done this till now. And it's like, well, dude, you're doing a damn good job, because yeah, he's putting all of this together. The video, the editing, these little promo things he's throwing out. It's all Luke, man. But that's awesome, because he cares. He cares about what they're doing over there, and it comes off in what he's doing here. So we can't wait for that show, though. It's always a good time in Knoxville, baby. It's always a good time in Knoxville.
Until we're trying to go back to the hotel and find something to eat. Good fucking God, Knoxville, Iowa. Something to stay open past the fucking.
That is something I can agree with you on, bro. Like, truthfully, because like your last show going to McDonald's and fucking bumfuck Newton. God,
yeah,
no, thank you.
I mean, even the fucking Walmart's fucking closed.
We had to go to
Walmart.
We found a gas station, but I'll tell you what, it was interesting.
Did you get a fucking string cheese and an apple, and then fucking call it good with some fucking orange juice, and then your fucking merry way? That's what I had to do.
Hot Pockets, man. I went all Jim Gaffney.
We were buying like pizza rolls and Hot Pockets.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
But we had a microwave at the hotel, so.
Oh, gotcha. That's fair. I didn't
Super
realize
has to have something for you.
there's
I
no
can
way.
be stay in a hotel from now on.
Yeah, there ain't no way we're driving almost the 4 hours back after those shows because it's
too
no
much.
way.
I'm
For all the work.
And that's for me. JR and Tom, when they come, they have an extra hour and a half on that because they got to go to the Twin Cities.
Luke, what are you talking about? You feed us to the shows. I have never once seen
Hey,
food.
no, don't. No, Tom is lying, everybody. There is always a food spread in the locker room.
There
Your
is.
fault.
There's
Your
tons
fault
of food. We
if you've
can't
not
complain.
gone back there to get some.
We really shouldn't complain. We
I
have
actually-
plenty of food.
At the last show, I was like, "Where's the veggie tray?" And then, like, literally 2 minutes later, I think he took it out and put it on. I was like, "Oh, there it is."
There it is. And they provide tea and they got like water and all that. Yep, we feed you at the shows. Yep, that's literally what Luke just said. You're right. My God.
We gotta bring,
clutch, man.
we gotta bring Timmy down to Iowa with us one night for one of these Madhouse shows.
I was gonna say that.
I mean, shit, we do need some extra hands every once in a while too. And this guy's got the guns going on too, man. Fucking sun's out, guns out. Timmy Nela over here, fucking firing off, baby.
He's Mr. Do It All. He's Mr. Do It All.
Tom's undecided.
You don't get the food, Tom. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm not inviting you back in the locker room. I get it. Yeah, keep the production staff on the fucking floor. Keep the town in the back happy. I understand. I get it.
Hey, can I tell you a cool story real quick and flip this camera before we get too far? Do you know? Are you guys watching the MLB All-Star game at all?
No, we're busy doing a show tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, no. But here's the thing. This is why I was watching it. So there was a kid that I used to play baseball against in high school.
Oh, shit.
Okay?
Sorry, I hit the wrong thing.
And his name is Mitch Keller. He plays for the Pirates. The dude, I actually had a drag bunt on him for a single. And I cherish that because he's an MLB pitcher and he's literally pitching in the All-Star game right now as we speak.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that is a cool moment. So I had to bring it up. Thanks, Top Shelf, for being a dig.
Now, here's a question. Do you think he brags about the fact that he gave a hit to a professional wrestler or no?
Probably.
Dude, he should be if he's not.
I mean, if I was him, I would. And I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just like,
yeah, no, I agree with you.
I'm in the studio, man. I don't know what you think I'm doing in here other than this show right now being on Top Shelf.
Let me ask you this, guys, real quick, and then we're going to get into our rapid fire and Tom game here. But because you were talking about like MLB and stuff, there's a huge crossover, right? Like, what do you guys think it is about athletes and professional athletes that most of these guys have a love of wrestling, and a lot of it ends up coming down to, I think, being an athlete, they could see what the athletic side is to it. But there's that, because I mean, everyone in sports, man. I mean, now WWE just hands out titles to every major league champion team. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a thing now.
Yeah. I think it's. Sorry, I'm going to grab a charger quick before I die here. But basically, I mean, I think it's one of those things. You see the respect factor of it, right? Like, man, these guys are jumping off the top rope doing 180 splashes and backflips and all this different stuff that these guys know that they could do. If truthfully they like, look at Logan Paul, for instance, right? Dude was never really known like in the fighting world until he started doing like the boxing stuff, or like the wrestling world until he started doing all that stuff, or his brother even. And dude, look at all the things he's doing, like the stuff with Ricochet. This is going to be gold.
It's gonna be a great match.
If you throw LeBron James in the ring, yeah, he might look kind of goofy at first, but he'll figure it out. There's enough athleticism in there for him to figure it all out. I mean, if you're an athlete, you're an athlete, right? So, I developed it from the love of athletics, and then just being able to do the stuff that I can do in the ring is because of that, So, sorry.
So, no, you're good, dude. So then, like, vice versa, Timmy, like, what is it? I mean, aside the fact that you're just a big fan, because we know this, you're a big fan. Again, that's why you're like kind of just part of the crew here. You're a regular that comes on the show with us. We've been to shows with you. But you haven't been in the ring yet. It's always something you've wanted to do. But I think it's fair to say you're top-notch athlete. I mean, shit, you hadn't played freeze football in 2 years. You ran a touchdown last weekend with Mr. Do-It-All. So, like, what is it for you then as that athlete when you watch pro wrestling that you're like, I got that itch, I need to try this?
I think that the thing with pro wrestling, and I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but like when we had this conversation with me and my guys, they were real life personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like you can name off so many professional wrestlers. We're all probably in the same age. Sorry, JR, not you, but the
True. He's old as shit.
Hey, shut up! Get off your high horse, asshole.
I gotta call it how it is. But no, but realistically, like you think about it, like Ric Flair took over the world because he was such a big personality. And this is stuff that he was doing back in the 80s that's still prevalent and relevant today. You know, so like when you think about these guys, earlier when I was listening, you were talking about Triple H, how he was just like a $1 million look, and he just like you just are infatuated with these guys and gals. But like not for me, I just loved it. You know what I mean? I just love the fact that like when you're playing football, you know what you're doing. But then like with pro wrestling, like you can cut a promo. I mean, you can be doing stuff off the top ropes. You can be doing submission moves. You could be, I mean, like what is it that you want to be? You can be anything, and it's just I don't know. Like a coach just the other day asked me, he goes, "Should I get the chain for my defense or should I get the belt?" And I said, "It's got to be a belt, bro. The belt's undefeated." You know what I mean? Like. And how many teams and places do it now? But it's just everybody deep down loves pro wrestling. Everybody. I mean, how can you not?
And not to like, I don't. Yeah, it like, who is it that I was having a conversation with the other day? It was at work actually, and someone was like, "So you do like the pro wrestling stuff or like the grappling style wrestling stuff?" I'm like, "No, like the WWE stuff." And they're like, "Oh, WWE, yeah, like I've heard of that." Like. I'm like, so you know who like The Rock is? Yeah, of course. Everyone knows who The Rock is. Oh yeah, of course. Everyone knows who Stone Cold Steve Austin is. Like those guys are larger than life because they created it with their personality, you know. And that's what's so great about pro wrestling. Not only just the athletic side. Hi, sweetheart. Not only just the athletic side of it, but just the promo skills and just the larger than life feel. You're a superstar and you're a hero in someone's eyes, or you're their villain. You're the villain that they see in their fucking nightmares. Like, that's fucking cool, right? Like, okay, not you, dude. Come on. They're sitting there saying,
no. Like a real villain, like referee Joey Jojo.
Like in sports, if you're a villain in sports, you are like. If people hate LeBron James because he flops, even though I love LeBron, you guys know that. People hate him because he flops. They hate LeBron James because he flops. In pro wrestling, they can hate you as the pro wrestler or as a wrestler, but then they can love you as the person. You know what I mean? So it's like you get to be somebody else. And like you guys don't know this, but like I'm in this flag football league, and then I have this alias, and this is my jersey. Actually, it says 24 Savage on the back. And so like I cut promos weekly before our games, and I'll send it to you one time.
Yes,
probably like 6 years. Before every game, I cut a promo. It starts off like this. I do a crazy laugh. It's like, I'm laughing. And I go, 24 Savage reporting live from undisclosed location. Listen up. I don't care who we play today. You guys are, and I'm just being arrogant and just being this 24 Savage guy. And like literally, these people just love it. And then like, but everybody knows because I love pro wrestling. I'll send it to you, Ace, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool.
I mean, nothing surprises me anymore with you.
But think about it with like the competitive edge of it, right? Like there's so much trash talk I used to have between me and like the baseball players on the ball field all the time. There's a shortstop in particular for the Linmar Lions out here when I was in high school. I remember it till this day. He said, "You ain't gonna hit it again." And I'm like, dude, son, if you want to throw hands right now, I'm right here on second base after I just hit a double. We can go at it right now. Literally is what we said. We were going back and forth. Nice. Dude, it's a thing. And I think that the pro wrestling culture is added into those competitive sports. Like you said, LeBron flopping, you know, and he gets up and people are trash talking him, but he's the Ric Flair, like, I cheated, but no one ain't gonna catch me. You know what I mean? Like that's like
it's
that's
so
the thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's so cool to see.
All the guys like Aaron Rodgers doing the belt business.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know,
George Kittle loves pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Also loves the Joker.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a huge wrestling fan. He's I always bring up Manders just because he's one of my boys. But he's like best friends with Manders, and I think that's kind of cool. So
oh yeah, we have Manders was on here. We had Manders on like a year ago.
Stupid ass Hawkeyes.
My whole basement that I live with my dad right now currently, just trying to get things settled down to get a house and stuff, and he's got a bunch of Hawkeye stuff hanging around. This is his weightlifting trophy, actually, right above my head.
Oh wow. Goddamn!
Oh, nice. Yeah. Dope.
And then there's a gym. There's a whole gym down here and stuff. So I have plenty of
Nice.
stuff to get working on. But
So wait, was your
No.
dad? Is that your gym or your dad's gym?
Dad's gym.
Was your dad a wrestler then? Jeez.
Actually,
he
he
have
was a
been?
wrestler in high school, which is kind of cool.
Nice. Okay.
I didn't realize it, but he was a wrestler in high school, and he doesn't like pro wrestling that much at all. But supports what I do, which is pretty cool in itself.
Here's the-
that he's
I was just
able
say,
to
here's
support
the
that.
here's the interesting thing. In Iowa, it's amateur wrestling,
Yep.
whereas in Minnesota, it's hockey.
Yep.
So if you don't play hockey in Minnesota, you know, you're useless. And if
Yeah.
if you're not an amateur wrestler in Iowa, you're a piece of crap.
Yep.
And
Pretty
it's
much.
been
Wow.
that way ever since I was a youngster.
So
Pretty
like
much.
forever.
Apparently, I'm worthless now. Fucking
Well,
JR,
yeah, we already knew
old
that,
ass
though.
bastard.
Yeah, kind of
We knew that whether you played anything or not.
All right, gentlemen, stop your bickering, ladies. It
Now, let me get off
is
this high
Chill
horse.
out, top shelf.
question time. Oh, is there no graphic for this? Do we not have a graphic?
Oh yeah, we do, but you gotta give me a little bit of time.
Oh,
You gotta-
that when I told you to stop bickering, that was the time.
Well, but how do I know this?
Ah,
How do I
Yeah,
know
you can't give the old man a bad
all
cue.
right. I got it.
Get ready
While
for
you're
the
getting the
rapid fire speed round.
We spent so much money on that
Tons.
that it's
Oh, it just went away, didn't it?
It's almost a travesty that we don't play it.
Really, it is. Yeah, we're gonna do rapid fire questions again. It doesn't usually end up being rapid fire. Might be wrestling, might not be wrestling. We'll start with JR. This is just because how I'm seeing our heads right now, guys. So JR, me, then Top Shelf. Timmy, we're gonna get you in on this too, so you'll go after Tom.
What do you
Right
think?
back.
3 questions each?
3 questions each, 3 rounds, and then we'll do the Tom game. All right, go ahead,
Perfect.
JR.
You already mentioned your father and his love of the Hawkeyes. Are you Hawkeye or are you Cyclone?
I'm a Cyclone.
No!
I've always gone against the grain with my family too, as crazy as that sounds.
Oh
But
my gosh! And
definitely-
you're in Cedar
definitely on
Rapids
the other
too,
end.
yeah.
I'm a Cyclone. What's that?
You're in Cedar Rapids area.
Yep, I live in Cedar Rapids currently. So
Gosh, what a
Yep.
travesty. Okay.
I'm sorry. I know we've been getting along all night, and here I'm just ruining it. Going with
Well,
the
you kept it hidden well.
Whatever, Iowans. What is your post? Do you have any post-match traditions or meals or anything? Like, what's the thing you do after a show? What is it?
Get a beer, man. Just get a beer and enjoy. Watch
Yeah.
the rest of the show, truthfully, or just hang out with the boys. I think it's fun to just hang out and relax and chill and drink a beer. Maybe hit a couple people in the parking lot just because I'm still mad, either that I lost or that I still have my adrenaline running. But, who knows? Or sit in a dark corner because sometimes that happens. And you have a bad match or a really good match, and you just want to sit in a dark corner and sulk at the fact you're never going to do it again.
Tom knows
right.
This is
all
comedy
about
meets
that.
wrestling, right?
Tom knows all about
Yeah,
that.
thanks for that little dose of depression in there too. Jesus. All right, so you're a huge Slipknot fan. Do you have a favorite Slipknot album?
Of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Subliminal Verses, Part 3, or Volume 3. Just, dude, from front to back. And I still even know, like, this is going to sound nuts. I literally know every single word to almost every single Slipknot song except for most of Subliminal Verses, and it's my favorite album.
There we go.
It's
I
just
mean,
it's a place that I like to
not-
go to because I don't want to know that story until I have to hear that story because it helps me, if that makes sense. Like, it helps the emotions. It helps me keep level-headed. So I don't listen to it often, but when I need to, I'll throw it on. And actually, my duality tattoo actually plays into the character development as well. So
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I should have played duality for the Insta. Anyway.
no, it's all good, man. You gotta play. Like I said, any song is a good song. So
Timmy.
So, what finishing move do you hate the most?
like taking the most.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, let's say yeah, I like that. Let's say that because you're a wrestler. Yeah, let's say that.
Oh man. Well, obviously, I want to keep it as close to the chest as possible, but there's one person in particular. I'm not going to say names, but their lariat really fucking hurts because they're throwing it. I mean, they're throwing it. So I'm just going to leave it there because I think that person knows who they are. So
I felt it. I felt
Nice.
that.
And now I don't want to make any guesses, but you don't want to mention the name because you don't think it'd be fair to Manders.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
because I don't want him to know that, so that I can face him again and just not puss out. Because I definitely I need to have another match with him before it's all. Not saying that I'm gonna be done or anything, but like it's here and there right now, and because of the work and the job, I'm looking to be a store manager at Aldi, so I want to push for that too.
Nice.
Nice. But no, that is one move in particular I always remember getting hit with. That I'm always like, okay, here it is. I'm gonna die now. And I'm just gonna be out of breath for like 10 minutes, and here we go.
Oh my gosh, excellent. Well, so now you mentioned working towards management at Aldi. So when you've got your day job and you've got wrestling, do you have time for other extracurriculars? And if so, what is your favorite way to kind of relax?
Golf.
Yeah.
Golf. And I was gonna actually ask you guys if you wanted to have an outing sometime so we can talk more about wrestling and talk more about life. But
I told Tom that
I love
we need to figure something out because I know, like you, I know
Cole Cannon.
Oh yeah, I was about to say his real name, Cole Cannon, and a couple other people down there have all been like, dude, we're way in. I was like, dude, it'd be fun to just have a group of us go golf. So yeah, that's definitely
it's 1,000%. Like I said, I shot today, so.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. What is your favorite WrestleMania moment?
So, okay, did the camera go away, or do I need to revamp this?
Oh, you're still good.
No,
No, you're good.
We see you.
You're good. Oh shit.
Going away from me. It's going away from me. So sorry. Just waiting it out here in a second. So it's my WrestleMania moment.
Yep. Favorite one.
Is that what the question was?
Your favorite moment. Oh, you goddamn internet, you.
Yeah, sorry, you guys are still cutting out. Okay.
What is your favorite? Yeah, there you go.
My favorite WrestleMania moment that I always go back to. Yeah, I told you.
No!
Ah, there we go.
I'm throwing shit. Don't
do it. He'll be back soon.
No, JR. It's not. Oh, hey!
See, I told you he'll be back.
The Seth Rollins.
It's the internet.
That's
All right.
For me.
Here we
Seth
go.
Rollins.
So, favorite WrestleMania moment, okay, that I always go back to, that I always like watching, is John Cena versus JBL. I think that story is pretty cool in itself. It's a really quick story, I feel like, but it's always one that I go back to because he's the thug, and he's got the rich dude that he's going after, and I think it's pretty fucking funny.
Talk about
it was also another moment that really hooked me interested. Yeah. Oh, dude. Clothesline from Hell is one of the best looking finishers for me. I feel like if you do it cleanly enough, and JBL is really good at it. So
yeah, man. And we'll be lucky, guys. We'll be seeing him in 2 weeks' time. He'll be at Waterloo this year, so it's gonna be cool. Check it out, everybody. Hall of Fame. Get your tickets.
Yes, sir.
Ray.
Tommy.
What has been your favorite venue you've wrestled in?
Knoxville, wedding venue that we do out in the country, kind of. That venue, dude, is pristine. Madhouse Wrestling has done some really good shows at some really good locations. Although I had to give it up to the OG Central Empire Wrestling because that's where I first fell in love with independent wrestling, like in a whole. Because I had never been to an independent wrestling show until I went to Bridge City Slam 2. That was the first independent wrestling show I ever attended in my entire life. And I got hooked. And I said I had to wrestle here. And it was in front of 600 people the first time I ever wrestled there. So it holds a near dear place in my heart for sure.
Yeah, we definitely hoping to make it down to Bridge City Slam next year and see Austin.
You got to do it.
We were too late in the game this year, but we've gotten to meet him and hang out with Austin. We love that guy, so we definitely want to check it. Plus, he brings some names in, man. That looks fun. So we'll be checking that out. Timmy, finish up the Q&A.
What's your favorite theme song?
Oh, Oh man. You know what? This is gonna sound nuts. Okay, just hear me out. And I know it's newer, but the Judgment Day with Alter Bridge, I think that song's sick. I just think that entrance and the way they're coming about Judgment Day right now is hitting on all cylinders. I know that's probably a surprising answer. It's a close second with, obviously, I'd say Tommy N / Aleister Black's Good and Evil entrance song. I think that's a pretty sick one too. That one always resonated with me. So
I love it. I love it. All right. All right. You got
Another expensive intro.
Expensive graphics all around, mostly because this is everybody's favorite segment of all time, the Tom game, named after yours truly. But we play this like any
Get off
kind
your
of
high
game
horse.
of F, Marry, Kill. It's basically similar thing of JR, Ace, and myself. You're going to pick one of us to be your tag team partner, one of us to be your opponent, and one of us to be your manager.
Okay. So this is a tag match. Whoever is the opponent just gets Timmy as their tag partner to round the match out.
got it.
Fair enough.
All right, so I'll start off with my manager. Okay, I want to go with Top Shelf as my manager.
Ooh,
I know that's
That's right, my friend.
That's a surprising answer.
Oh.
But just because he has the mouth for it, number one.
There you go.
I don't really talk much, of course. So someone's got to talk for me, or say something for me sometimes. So, and he's got the mouth for it and the trash talk for it. I feel like so. I'll give you that. So there's your manager role for you. I appreciate you. So
Absolutely.
I'll give it to you. I'd have to say my opponent is going to be Ace, and it's not anything personal, Ace.
yeah. Okay.
I just think that it's one of those things where the heel's got to come out in me sometimes, and I just got to throw some hands. And I know you want to throw hands too. So here we are,
you also you got Schlubba over there in your corner too, though. Look at my man in my corner, the baby face Nela. Look at this guy; he's jacked. I don't even need to do the little work. He'll take care of it.
And I also see a really good correlation and like chemistry between you two. So I want to see what you're able to do. So there we go.
Oh yeah, Ebony and Ivory 2023 for sure.
All day.
And obviously my partner in crime has got to be JR. He's the biggest guy in the room as far as height, and he's
the
going to
oldest
stomp
guy
you.
on
He has got
I am at the top of
the
every
mind of a
percentile.
wrestler, and he's going to be able to go toe to toe with you two.
Yes. And here's it. I am at
Can't
the
beat
top of every percentile. I am at the top of height. I am at the top of weight. And I am at the top of age. So get off your high horse, Tim Nella.
Also, last week, if you watched, or 2 weeks ago, if you watched the show, me and Tommy have a suspicion he's probably got something else that's top shelf down there. We think that's true too. He won't admit it, but
I just like to call him Don Quixote, is what I like to call him. You know what I mean? A little slang for y'all, Don Quixote.
Get off
Look
your
it up.
high horse.
when JR's at the
I'm
show,
giving you a fucking compliment, Jay. You fucking
know you
weirdo.
are.
when JR's
You
at the
said
show,
donkey, so I said high horse.
Yeah.
They must say you got to be the real deal, man. I got to come check you out live because you just took JR
Yeah, I took JR, man.
handicap match.
It might be, but I know I got a wall because I'm the one that's going to be taking. I'm going to let him take the ride. I'm not going to take nothing. I'm going to be outside. I'll tag in and out. I got someone that's at my defense. He's going to take them all out.
Till he falls asleep by accident in the corner.
Yeah, I don't usually
He's
fall
my
asleep
muscle.
during a match.
He's my muscle.
He ain't gonna make it down the ramp.
Hey man, don't worry.
He's my
He got
muscle.
Saint's got a distraction on the outside and me. Don't worry about it,
Yeah,
guys.
my
that's
muscle.
right.
All right.
That's right. We
Oh, yeah,
forget
you
that.
got
too.
top shelf.
We forget
He's
that.
got a
Yeah.
manager too. You got to remember that.
That's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
maybe
Davey.
Tom gets involved.
I would love that.
I'll hook a shoe. I'll brush the boot.
Love that. Haley, kick your head right off.
Oh,
You can't get over to Pele kick a motherfucker.
Yeah,
How
I'll
dare
do it.
you?
Nah, we got this is fun.
Hell yeah. Man, Damian Saint, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure when we get to see you at the shows and hang out. Consider you a friend, and it's always fun to hang out. So thank you for making the show. We will obviously we're gonna see you real soon because again, let's
My life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice.
that that song. August 12th. It's going down. You said it. One of your favorite venues, Knoxville, Countryside Wedding and Event Center. Get your tickets now. Big show. Saint taking on the Death Dealer, who was on here not too long ago. He's always out for some blood, so it's going to be one hell of a fight. Plus, we got a great card that night. So join us. Get your tickets. Saint, thank you. Where can people find you online?
You can obviously find me on Instagram. There's a lot of posting on there. I think it's the_DSaint363. It's kind of a complicated one, but just go find me. It's on there somewhere. Just type in Damian Saint, whatever you want to do. Hey, Kitty, what's up? But then you can also find me on Facebook. Just look up Damian Saint. That's where a lot of my stuff gets posted. I don't use Twitter anymore. We all know why. And then, yeah, that's where I'm at, man. Facebook and Instagram. That's about it.
Love it. All right. Thank you again, sir, and we will see you very, very soon.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Thanks,
Peace out, guys.
Later,
Yeah,
Sam.
nice to meet you,
Success,
Sam.
man.
You better be down there. You better be down there at Madhouse soon or something. You know, people are gonna look at you and be like, "You need to get in the ring. You got some bulky shoulders looking there and some arms on you, dude. Like, you should be getting in. You should be getting in, dude."
This kid's an athlete. Let me tell you.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, me and the boys may go down. I may go down there with them. August 12th. That's a Saturday, week after my birthday. So yeah, I should pull up.
All right.
You
Fun.
should pull up.
Death
Yes,
Dealer.
1,000%. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Later,
Thanks,
buddy. Cat, settle the fuck down, Cat.
Whoa. You can't talk to the cat like that. Discount's a part of the family.
But he's trying to knock the production stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Just mess around with y'all. I'd have met some cool people, man. Like these some real good dudes. Because I seen Jack Wild live. Because Ace that one time in Rochester, I seen him live.
Yeah, Jimmy. He's seen Jimmy live.
Jimmy,
man.
my bad. I said Johnny. See, I'm tripping already. Jimmy, and then I know your boy JR, the one that kicked you in the balls. I can't think of his name right now.
Bryce Jordan, the
Bryce
Golden
Jordan.
God himself.
God, yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, like,
Must be scared of you. Nowhere to be found tonight, Jr.
Yeah, well, he's
Well,
probably
I gotta tell y'all though, Mr. Do It All, Tim Nela again. Guys, I went and saw the play, and
yeah.
Tim killed it. Absolutely killed it. The whole cast killed it. But Timmy said, he was like, "Yeah, this is my first time acting," which I don't remember if I knew that or not. I think I knew that. I know you always said you wanted to do stuff, but like you could not tell that was his first play.
yeah, no, it was. I did a play in college over a decade ago, but I was narrating myself as a child. So I literally sat in a tree that they built for me, and I got to read my lines. Yeah, so I just sat in a tree, but I read it in the African accent because the thing is, the kid was like from Sudan, which they didn't even know that I was actually born in Sudan. So like I was literally narrating my life in this play, and then I did something after that it was just me and a white lady, and we were talking about what's it called, white privilege. She was going that there's no such thing as white privilege, and I'm going, yes, there is. And I don't count that as acting because I was literally just talking to a white woman as I normally would. Right? I mean, like,
You crazy lady.
just imagine us being out somewhere and a white woman telling me there's no such thing as white privilege. And I'd be like, are you stupid? That's pretty much. So there wasn't really.
You start out by saying, "Karen, please."
Right.
And then, but like, yeah, this play though, guys. I mean, I lost sleep over this, man. I almost quit so many different times mentally just because Ace was there. I mean, it's a 3-act play. It was 140 pages. It's a 3-hour play. I'm literally the lead role with no experience, and I'm going, what, like, and I still have to sell houses. You guys know the stuff I'm going through already. We won't talk about it. All these other things. I'm sitting here going like, really? But we got it done though.
Oh, it's great. It was great. And then, like I said, what the hell prompted you to suit up this weekend and run a touchdown? I thought you were done.
Well, so I haven't played in 4 years, and so my son's out of the country right now with his mom. So he's in Bosnia, and he won't be back until next week. And so since the play's been over, I've been really just trying to like figure out, because I blocked off so much time to focus on that, and then I rostered myself right before the play started because that was the deadline, and I was like, July 8th, I'm gonna play July 8th. I'm just gonna play, and then it was crazy because that game, it was wild. I didn't play the first quarter. I'm in my car 15 minutes before kickoff because I have to pay the referees because we have to pay the referees for our home games. I'm like, hey, can I cash app you guys? They said, oh, no, we want cold hard cash. Get in the car. I'm running to the bank. Game about starting 15 minutes. I don't stretch. I don't do nothing. And then, like, I'm sitting here going, like, am I even going to be able to do this? I don't have a clock operator. I had to figure out a clock operator. Because, like, the thing is, the reason I stopped playing because it was so much easier. Actually, I should have kept playing because it was easier to play because all those responsibilities I just pawned off to somebody else. But, like, my other partner who runs the team with me wasn't there. So it was just me. And I'm sitting there just kind of going, like, okay, I got to figure someone that's going to do the gate. And I got to think about a game. And then the first quarter, I was like, I'm not going in there. And then finally, when I went in, I mean, these guys were trying to take me out. So, like, the first hit was boom. And then you want to always get, like he was talking about that first bump, you want to get that first hit. That first hit, boom. I was like, okay, I like that. Boom. Then I got hit again. I think on that play, I probably got hit 3-4 times. But it's all mental, though, too. I stayed on my feet, didn't drop, and then all of a sudden I was like, so this is what I was worried about. And then just after that, I just went in the zone.
I am so like, do you want to say what you said in the private chat, or is that you don't want to say that, JR?
Say it.
Well, since the chance of so what I'd like, Tim, is I've got this ongoing feud with that piece of crap Bryce Jordan. What I would love is for you to get trained, and then you can be my secret weapon. You can be 24 Savage that I bring in to wreak vengeance on the Golden Weasel.
I mean, that's not a horrible storyline.
And that's a pretty, in my opinion, because I won't get my kid to do it, but you want to do it. And this is a beautiful way for me to get back at Bryce Jordan.
No, hold on. Tim, before you say anything, I've got to make sure that everybody is aware.
Get off your high horse.
That Bryce
Get off the
Shank,
Golden
they're
God.
top shelf. They're part of Team Top Shelf. Tim Nela is part of Team Top Shelf. JR, why are you trying to separate the team like this, man? I tell you. Look at this guy. He's taking off his shirt right now. Like, this is one thing we can't all fucking do on this goddamn show, but all right.
24 Savage is my guy. He don't need no top shelf shit.
I know he doesn't need no top shelf, man.
On his own.
What did you just say about him taking his shirt off?
I said, yeah, he's taking his shirt off, which is something that nobody else on this show is ever going to do, but all right.
But incorrect, because you and I have both taken our shirts off.
I put it on backwards. My goodness, see, like I'm so you got me going now. I mean,
He's fired up. He's fired
Chris
up.
Cross has got you. What?
we had the chops, Tommy.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that's doing chops. I'm not taking my shirt off right now during the show.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I hear that. Yeah, that's a genius.
I like the idea.
That's a genius idea. We gotta figure out the logistics and how we're gonna pull it up.
And then I'm gonna just giggle.
And here's the deal. I don't know if Luke and Malice are in the comment section right now still or not, but like we're maybe been trying to bring some Madhouse love in Rochester.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't really been working out venue wise, but like I'm pretty fucking determined to make something happen. So I'm gonna try to make some stops this next week or two at some of the places in town and hopefully make it happen. Because it would be nice to not have to drive a whole long way, and I know Luke would appreciate it.
Is there like what about like Austin? Is there like places in surrounding areas that are close by that got venues?
Yeah, there's a couple places that I have in mind that maybe in town or close to town. So that I don't know. I think maybe we've tried. I don't know. It might just help to go there in person and be like, huh. There is one place, but logistically it might be an issue because of the ceilings.
Hey, Tim, let me ask you this. So you do, obviously you sell residential real estate. You got any connections over commercial real estate? Maybe we just find a whole building, just come out, like take out any second floor or whatever, just make it one large venue just for wrestling. There in Rochester.
You don't know that Tim knows everyone in town?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like this might be a good connection right here.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's do some, because I definitely know a lot of people that do commercial, and I mean I think I could definitely be a reality. I mean I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a hit. I mean, marketing wise, just with us, and I'm bringing the whole camp out there. Yeah, let's do something, man. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
And I think Tom. I hate to agree with him, but I think Tom has a really good idea because I
Top shelf
believe.
idea. Top shelf idea.
No, it's just a mediocre idea because it came from you, but it's a good one. The point is that I think there are some buildings in the Rochester area that are vacant that we could probably come up with some way to do something, don't you think?
Without a
You
doubt.
know,
I mean,
whether
I
it
don't
be
see the reason why not.
yeah, whether it be a one-time rental or
T-
or a long-term thing.
Listen to this. Two
Like,
Count owns a building. We just do it all wrestling every fucking weekend. Huh? We just bring in Madhouse every weekend. We have a ring set up. Like, that's it. We're just doing Fridays and Saturdays.
You know what? Wait a minute. Now let's take this back one more step.
what the fuck are we doing? Are we talking
We're
about starting
coming up with a
venue
plan
with
so
this
we
right
can
now?
all stop working. So one weekend we'll have Madhouse. One weekend we'll have Absolute. One weekend we'll finally get Eric Cannon to come down and do a show at our venue in
I
Rochester.
bet you he wouldn't though, just because of the other two.
Yeah,
That guy-
maybe. Who
he
knows? I
wants
don't give
to-
a shit.
I
Well, if
guess
that's
that
the
he wants to
case-
run by his own. Maybe
if
not
that's
though. Maybe not. Maybe not.
If that's
Whatever,
the
man,
case, there's other places. If
If
we're
you pay, if you pay him, he'll come.
if we call it 2 Count Wrestle World and we have a show every single weekend, that's totally different.
But what do we do during the week?
I don't give a fuck.
It's got to make money, dude. We can't have just a venue that's only used.
Oh well,
once
we'll do karaoke and we'll
Oh,
do
fuck karaoke.
we'll do
We'll
shuffleboard.
do bingo too, huh? Fucking old timer piece of shit.
We'll do
Fucking
just
bad
because
bar
you
idea after
can't
bad
sing,
bar
you don't-
idea.
You can't sing, so you don't want to do it.
Where are we
Off the
getting
high
this?
horse, you fucking pussy.
Where the fuck are we
Tim-
getting this business loan?
Tim Nella never acted one fucking time and crushed it, and
Yeah.
yet you don't have the balls to do karaoke? What a gigantic top shelf pussy.
Oh no, I've done karaoke. I'm
Ah.
not saying that. I've done karaoke a bunch of times, motherfucker. Don't come after me like I've never done it before. All right, I've done it. I hate it. That's all I'm saying. Because there's always people who take it fucking too serious,
hate
like
it
you are
because
right
you're
now with this
awful
fucking
fucking
lame
at
ass
it.
fucking trying to come after me with this shit.
So okay,
Old ass bastard. Fucking stay in your lane, piece of shit.
Young
my
ass
God.
pussy.
oh my gosh, you two.
Get off your high horse.
How are we supposed to be business owners of an event space when you two are doing this all the time?
Because that
Oh,
would be
we don't do it for the customers, you dickhead.
Watch us argue over shit.
Oh, we fit right in. That's how they do it.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen Bar Rescue?
True.
This is how it all starts, man. We get into business we shouldn't be, and then all of a
Wait a
sudden,
minute,
like,
wait a
Twitter
minute. We
bails
don't-
out.
But we don't want to be on Bar Rescue. We want to be
Here's-
successful.
Here's an interesting thing. When I was working for DuPont calling on water filtration, I actually called John Taffer's office. It was on my list to call John Taffer. I never spoke to him directly. I spoke to whoever his handler is, but he's like, yeah, we don't do that shit. And I'm like, I figured you didn't, but I have to call you.
Nice. That's hilarious. Well, I don't know.
Listen-
Like I said, there's some places we'll look into. We'll try to make. I'm trying to make this happen. Poor Luke is getting text from me all the time. I was sending him stuff today, being like, "Would this place work?" But again, ceilings might be an issue. But we'll figure it out. We're gonna make some stuff happen. But
Let's do it at a church, for God's sake.
liquor, dude, gotta have a bar.
Well, the churches have wine.
$10 for some blessed wine. It's not even called blood. They literally are just like, it's $6.50 for the large blood of Christ.
Dude, let's be real honest here. Just find yourself an Irish Catholic church, man. You'll find the booze, all right? Jesus, we'll make this really easy on you. Listen, we're not going to go ahead and tell you what we got. Just go ahead and say some words and something will come in front of you. Haha. Magic. I mean, the Lord.
You got any of that NA blood of Christ hanging out here?
That's when you just like, get the fuck out of here. This is an Irish Catholic church.
I think it's just grape juice.
You've answered your prayers.
But like, hey, we've been, and no knock to the show, the venue, the promotion, or anything. But like, one of the things that wasn't enjoyable the first time we went to the show at the Temple of whatever for First is there was no concessions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So like, got thirsty throughout that show. Learned the next time to bring a bottle of water with me. But you got to have food and drink, especially for a Madhouse show where things get crazy. So got to have the booze.
Right.
This is how it is. So that's we're gonna figure. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. When I do, I just need help finding some sponsors, some more sponsors. I got some people. I know Timmy. I know. And we're gonna make it big. It's gonna be awesome.
I can just imagine. Jesus Christ, he's busted open.
And then someone runs out. We gotta catch it.
Get it.
Get that blood of Christ. That's good blood of Christ. Oh God, I'm going to hell. Huh? Tom, does this disturb you or younger self?
Whatever, man.
Oh no, you was religious, Tom?
I went to a Christian college. Helped out with the youth group even after college at my church. Yeah, I know. Don't let the swearing and the comedy fool you. I used to be a good boy.
So you were a top saint.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it that way. That was probably putting too much on me. Still had some of those demons deep inside that were kind of like, you probably shouldn't be here. Now I'm just like, listen, man, do whatever the hell you want, believe whatever you want, but I'm going to be top shelf. That's all I know.
He was more mid when it came to being a saint. He was more of a mid.
Wow.
Damn.
Fucking ace over here.
Just don't be mad that he tells the truth.
Just a mid.
JR, next time I see you, I swear to God, I'm going to take this light I have of yours. I'm going to just basically bust it over your fucking head next time I see you. How about that? Jackass.
Anybody in the chat room, go ahead and throw some questions out if you have it, wrestling related or not. Boys, did you hear 12 years of Catholic school? Yeah, you paid your dues, Danny, for sure. It sounded like there was some stuff going on after Raw last night. A little argument with the main event participants. Did you guys see that?
Oh no,
I haven't really been able to watch anything lately.
Tell us all about it.
I didn't watch it. I just read it today. But apparently, well, because and it comes back to last second changes and shit, right? Apparently, there was literally as they're walking out changes to the match. So then things kind of got a little sloppy because of these changes that were last second, right before they were literally starting the match, and it led to a pretty big argument, I guess, backstage. They're not saying names.
Who was it? Was this Seth and?
So it involved all of the main event people, but they're not saying the name of who was going off. They just said that they were all involved in an argument.
Sammy took the pin, so it was Seth, KO, and Sammy. Sammy took the pin, but I think Finn pinned him. I believe, or it might have been Dom. No, Finn pinned him. But either way, yeah. So it was Dom, Priest, Finn, and then Seth, KO, and Sammy. But yeah, but going into the show, they didn't even have a main event announced initially, and then I don't know, Raw is wild, bro. I mean,
so when I started watching, it was going to be Seth and Dom.
Yes.
And then I had to do something else, so I didn't ever get back to it. So this sort of is it's kind of, we've talked about it. It's kind of back like the old Raw, where all of a sudden, let's just dump everybody on and make a gigantic fucking mess of it all.
You got a problem with the old Raw, JR?
Yes.
No, sir.
That's what I thought.
Well, so I guess really the last thing I even watched or paid attention to was Money in the Bank. And I will be real honest with you guys. Outside of the actual Money in the Bank matches, that was the worst fucking pay-per-view I've seen in a long fucking time. I was so fucking bored with everything that was going on that night because the Bloodline didn't even fucking tell another story, man. It was the exact outcome that we all thought it was going to be, man. I don't know. I'm just kind of just bored with everything in WWE, to be real honest with you. That's probably don't even fucking pay attention over there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all for it because, again, I think we're going to get Jay and Roman at SummerSlam. I thought that match was great, honestly. I didn't mind SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. I didn't mind it. It wasn't as good as it. I don't know. When they're not having to go international and can do more
Yeah.
They're not worried about all that traveling and shit. I think it is a little bit better, but
Well, the crowd alone is worth it.
the crowd alone is worth it, and you're going to see that in full spades in the end of August for AEW. Yeah, I don't know. There was just a lot of shit with that. I just realized we haven't talked about Money in the Bank on here, have we?
No.
Because obviously one of the big things, Cena comes out unannounced, pitches for WrestleMania. But one of the other things that people don't realize, because unfortunately we're in this day and age of this, it's like the Monday Night Wars with WWE and WCW, but not though, because like that was really about the products.
Yeah.
This isn't, because
It's about positioning.
it really is. Both these products have their ups and downs. And there's just such an eclectic fan now because of the variety of wrestling styles and promotions and the indie scenes. GCW has turned that into something that, like, you see WWE and AEW try to do that. Those fans are going to gravitate. It's this whole thing. So there is a very eclectic combination of fans nowadays, to where it really is just a pissing contest. It gets really old. I don't know, because it was funny. I saw two things online. And it was one, and it all revolved around like the WrestleMania stuff. And it was one is, oh yeah, well now that they're AEW selling so many tickets, of course they're going to try to do WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now one thing that people don't really remember is WWE is not picking. I mean, they are, but they're not like picking a city and actively going after that city to be like, please let us come, please let us come.
Mhm.
These places pay them, like places pay the Super Bowl. Because of the revenue that comes with a WrestleMania week, the WWE can now shop around and let these cities make the offers. So again, that's not a real big valid argument, because if they really wanted it, Wembley could have fucking put on the show and fucking tapped their shoes and bow their hats and made that pitch, and it just hadn't happened. So, eventually maybe they will. I don't think Mania will go. I don't think we'll see a Mania in the UK. If it happens, awesome. And honestly, if it happens, I will entertain the idea of going, because I thoroughly enjoyed my time in London, and I would love to go and experience the wrestling shows there with those people,
Well, I think actually, with what we're seeing with Major League Baseball, just made their endeavor into London this season with Cubs and Cardinals. Obviously, we've seen the NFL go there a lot. Jaguars a little bit more than everybody else, obviously. But I don't know, man. I think with what All In number wise is already done, and WWE being a bigger product, again, obviously, I think ratings wise, AEW is a little bit more popular right now in the UK. But we're talking about WrestleMania, and everybody's been up in arms about the fact that they've only had one major pay-per-view over there, and that was SummerSlam. So I think it's very possible. It just happens to be time-wise, especially with Wembley being an outdoor stadium, you almost need to have it be SummerSlam and not WrestleMania, because even though April here is a question mark, April in the UK is a lot of rain and a lot of overcast, and it's going to be cold drizzle. So when it gets like 40 degrees and you can't put a roof on top of that thing, that's the biggest issue.
Over.
Well, not really though, because in the places where it rains like that, they still will cover the ring. It's just
cover the ring, but
get ready to get wet if you're in the seats.
I'm just saying it's different. It's different than like New York. When New York rains in late March, early April, that's still like 50 degrees. It'll be a little cold, but it's not going to be 40 with a crosswind.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess like fucking 2
the other
degrees Celsius was fucking talking UK terms here, huh?
Yeah. The other thing too is, I mean, WWE can play with their dates. You know what I mean? They could. Right. They've done it before. They can always do it again if the market's right, if the money's going to be right, if they're going to make the bank. They can adjust. They can go mid-April, and they're not going to miss a beat. I mean, they have so many fillers as is, anyways. Like Money in the Bank, it's a cool match. I still wish Money in Bank, especially now that we have a men's and women's Money in Bank, and now we're having 2-night manias. Would love to see them just get rid of that pay-per-view, bring those matches back. Night one, we get one of them. Night two, we get the other one. It felt more prestige being a part of Mania every year, as opposed to it being its own pay-per-view. But I mean, you know, it's like Elimination Chamber, right? Like Elimination Chamber was in Minnesota, and that was the go-to for Mania that year. And it was like, yeah, this is really just like a half-ass show. Like they don't care. They're worried about the next big one.
Mhm.
So that's also why, my Money in the Bank may have fell flat because they didn't have to go too hard because, like Tim said too, that's an instant hot crowd.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're gonna have fun no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's that, and again, it's what are we doing at SummerSlam? What are we doing at SummerSlam? What are we doing at SummerSlam? Because now it's full steam ahead.
I think the other thing too, and this goes in with saying it's an automatic hot crowd. It's an automatic. It's like when AEW brought Full Gear here. Absolutely sold out. All the stuff before it, it was close, but it didn't all sell out. And then when they came back with Dynamite, not a sellout because it's already been here. There's not the prestige. And it really, when you think about it, it wasn't that far away from when they had Full Gear there.
Well, and
And-
just, you know, pay-per-views are going to sell better. They're on a weekend.
Right.
It's a bigger show. It's a pay-per-view show. It's going to be marquee matches. I mean, shit, Tom, we went to Raw last time, and it was a last-second decision, and we literally just bought cheap seats. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we tried to.
yeah, right, yeah, right. But I mean, like, it's not like back in the day. Like, oh shit, tickets are on sale tomorrow, guys. Let's go. Let's get them. Bam. You know, now it's like, I don't know. Maybe that'll change. I will say this: if Mania ends up coming here in 2025, if that rumor ends up being true, and it does, I might start saving some money and actually try to put some money in to getting maybe the ticket package and actually being on the floor.
Yeah.
Because why not? I don't have to buy ticket. I don't have to buy airfare for that one.
I'll go with you.
Hell yeah. Well, they just announced Survivor Series this year. It's going to be in Chicago. Shit, that's 4 or 5 hour drive. I'll go to the Allstate. That's
Wait, 4 or 5 hours. What are you talking
or
about,
like
man?
5, 6 hours, whatever. But it's like, well, yeah, because 5 hours. It's at the Allstate, man. That's if I hit that one, the only one left on the bucket list is Marble. Of the big four that that's a thing for me. So I might be going to Survivor Series in November, boys, down in Chicago for the night. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, these are going to be huge shows, though. You know what I mean? You got SummerSlam, and we're going to go into all in, and then going straight into All Out that week. That's what I'm interested to see. What are these? Again, pay-per-views are payoffs, right? You get the payoffs. How are you paying off storylines with 2 pay-per-views within 7 days of each other?
Well, so this is why I think what they did with Forbidden Door sets up what they're going to be doing with All In, because you will have that return with Ospreay and Omega. That probably means Omega's not winning, because I'm sure they're going to set up something with the Elite and BBC. Yeah, Blackpool BCC. And having that blow off at All Out. And then I'm sure Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm will have their return match at All In. And Saraya is probably going to be involved in a match there too. I mean, again, you're looking at probably a lot of New Japan, with Zack Sabre Jr., or even some of the Stardom girls out there in Japan that are from the UK or Australia that have done a lot of the smaller promotions there in the UK. So I think that's how it's going to end up being, as a 4-hour super show kind of thing, not like a full pay-per-view blow off wise, other than some of those ones that have been ongoing from like New Japan stories.
So really, we're just going to get a bunch of one-offs, maybe some dream matches that wouldn't usually happen.
Probably.
But payoffs will happen in Chicago the next week.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. Like, again, some of the stories that you've seen, Eddie Kingston recently become the NJPW Strong champion. I'm sure he'll be defending it there at All In. And then, he'll come back and he probably won't be involved in All Out, just because, again, you're looking for those angles where you're going to have some people. And New Japan is very popular in Britain. I mean, a lot of the biggest stars that, the UK has ever produced have gone through either All Japan or New Japan, making their careers, or some of the beloved Canadian wrestlers have done the same thing. So it is still very huge there in the UK, and I think that's where you're going to see a lot of these stories with an Ospreay or his United Empire, Zack Sabre Jr., the Mighty Don't Kneel, things like that. So, like I said, one big super show at Wembley.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's so much. It's so much. There's 3 promotions within one promotion. It's so much.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's, you know what I mean?
And plus, it's almost like there's 2 promotions in one promotion.
Yes.
You've got your Dynamite, and then you've got your Collision, and there's some intermingling, but there's some. I mean,
oh, I forgot they did a roster split for those too. Yeah, I have seen though that they said CM Punk's trying to make amends with everybody and get back in the good graces of the locker room completely. We'll see if it works out. But
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of storylines going on with AEW that are more than I kind of expected, and to be honest, they've lasted a little bit longer than I expected.
I'm not mad at Punk and Starks though. I think that's a fun combination.
Yeah.
Well, and even I think what they're doing with this mixed-up tag team tournament, I think that's going to probably have its conclusion at All In. So again, you're not ruining any potential storylines as far as tag team stuff going into All Out.
Mm-hmm. And of course,
the MJF Adam Cole is gold.
Yep. And of course, I mean, you've got the best dancer in the world in Daniel Garcia.
Dude, he is, and the whole idea of you're not even doing it justice.
I know I'm not doing it right, man.
That looked more like that looked more like what Alex? What was his name? Alex.
Alex Wright.
Dude, don't get me started about that Blitzkrieg. Come on, man.
Jesse, cut it out. Just. I mean, if
Don't
you have any
Jesse.
questions, don't pump.
Tender.
Lab Glass, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think the other thing too is I'm interested to see what happens with Dark Order and Hangman. That's an interesting twist that I kind of didn't expect.
Did they turn on him?
Yeah.
I missed that.
And whether Eddie Kingston is part of Blackpool with his hatred for Claudio, I think it's fantastic. It's one of those things where it's like I love it.
But you gotta love when like guys who were on the indies and doing all that shit together can get into a TV place like that. And like, remember how 10 years ago we were talking about if we got the chance in front of the crowd would do that. And like now they get to. So
oh yeah.
That's cool.
The other thing too about AEW, as fat as that roster is, they have been shedding off some of the tertiary characters. Like my son used to call, I can't think of the names because my son would call him Cut Rate Brock and Etch-a-Sketch Man. If you that were part of the Mogul Empire.
I was going to ask Saint that, though. I was going to ask if he was Tony Khan, what would he do with that roster? Because there's parts of me, but yeah, they are cutting people off, but at the same time, like they have.
Well, if I was Tony Khan, I would separate the 3 fucking things. Like New Japan, maybe once or twice a year, you do a crossover shit and you have those dream matches, but it happens. It's on the regular now that we're seeing people from all 3 on all the shows. And it's too much. We all said this when AEW came out, and you had Raw, and they each had multiple shows, and then you had Impact, and then you had ROH because they were still separate at the time. And we all have said this. It was so much; it was hard to keep up with just half of it. Well, now when you have one of those promotions, and it's one of the top 2, where they have like all their like I said, ROH, you getting New Japan and you're getting AEW guys, and then also you have a brand split on the AEW guys because of this shit with Punk, that it's like it's hard because I guess I am an old school guy. Like I grew up with the 80s and 90s. I grew up with long-term storytelling and really like and even in the Attitude Era, it was storytelling. You remember Nela, like DX Austin, Rock, they weren't just out there doing matches. All of their feuds, you were invested in.
Well, it reminds me of like WCW when the NWO just got way too big.
Yeah.
But those guys, a lot of them were older at the point. You know what I mean? So like they really weren't even wrestling. They were just there. But like AEW, they actually have guys who can go.
Yeah.
You know, and that should be going. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's cool to have everybody all in the same room, but if they're not being utilized properly, you're like, okay, well, you forget about people quickly also.
Well, you know, that's you look at someone like Brian Cage.
Yeah.
This guy looks like $1 million, and for his size, can do things in the ring he shouldn't be doing at that size. WWE has always expressed interest in this guy because of the look and what he can do. They signed him and sat him for what, 6 months?
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Why? If you have talent, you can't keep them in a... Because you're selling TV. They're not an independent promotion anymore. They are selling a TV show now. We need to be wanting to tune in every week, and it's hard to do that when there's not a lot of continuity. There's not a lot of story. It's like an indie show. You're going and you see these matches, and it's awesome because you're there and you're seeing live wrestling. Doesn't need to have that full story because you're not watching it every week. But these guys, you have that opportunity. You know what I mean? You think back to shit like Taker and the Ministry of Darkness. You're tuning in because you want to see if he's going to end up marrying Stephanie and sacrificing her. You know what I mean? When Austin got hit by the car, you're tuning in when he came back and it's time to finally figure out who did it. You're tuning in because you're so long-term storytelling, but you're invested, and now I have to see who did it. Oh, it's Rikishi. Oh, but Swerve, Triple H paid him. Like, that's the shit where you don't get that a lot right now with AEW.
Right.
You're not getting that with everything that WWE's doing because they're really just focusing on a few things. So then some of the other shit's just like Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. I get it. Okay. Oh, what's up, balls?
Balls deep.
I get it, right? I fucking get it. Ronda's like, I'm out. You have no choice. Here's
Thanks,
the
Granny.
I'm out of here. But like, who's seriously really invested in Ronda versus Shayna right now? And then also, who's the face and who's the heel? Because Shayna's over.
Yeah.
Well, I think if they're smart, they go with the who's having the most organic response from the audience, and that's Shayna. Because I don't think anybody really wanted her downgraded as far as she was. She was an NXT champion. I think they really wanted her to go in and be the beast in the main roster because she has actual wrestling chops. Ronda is still trying to figure out how to put a decent match together. And, you know, obviously every credit in the world to Ronda for being who she was as a fighter and then who she is as a wrestler, at least, you know, trying to make the jump over. But she's really stiff. There's not a whole lot of charisma behind her outside of, I mean, I guess she's still kind of a pretty face depending on who you talk to. But, like, I don't know, man. It's a different.
She came in hot, but then
Yeah.
she took too long of breaks in between.
And I think the newness of Ronda has worn off because there's been no additional development from when she first came in.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
No, you're right. I mean, look, you have to keep the crowd wanting you, right? I mean, Trish Stratus is on her fucking second run right now and is killing it. That shouldn't be happening. Like, let's be honest, guys. Did anybody think we'd be seeing Trish Stratus in a legitimate run right now in the WWE?
I don't
we
know who
all-
that is, but Trish Stratus, yes.
We all met her at Waterloo last year. Like, did any of you think meeting her that weekend that it's like, dude, she's going to be in some like major storylines for WWE going forward? No,
Well,
it was like, you're retired.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought, yeah, she's retired. She's not necessarily up there in age, but, you know, she's definitely past her most physical prime, if you will. But, yeah, I mean, she looked good at Waterloo last year. She's obviously looking great in the ring right now. So, I mean, she's definitely doing what she needs to do. So,
Yeah, Trish keeps the body in check. Good for her.
But why is this like a common thing with, let's just say, WWE, where it's like they let people fizzle out when they're hot. It's like they don't like this LA Knight thing. I can't go anywhere. No group chats are talking LA Knight. I got people
Yeah.
don't even know. I didn't even know they talked wrestling anymore. Or hit me with LA Knight gifts and all this stuff. I'm sitting there going, I don't even know. Is he on Raw or SmackDown? I don't know.
He's kind of doing. Yeah,
watched
SmackDown
Raw
primarily,
mainly, I
but
So here's what happens, Tim. What happens is Vince had Hulk Hogan, who then was able to go off and do whatever the fuck he wanted to, and in essence sort of screwed Vince by going over to WCW. Then you had The Rock, who clearly became so big because of WWE that he could go off and do whatever the hell he wants to. In fact, we continually are still talking about how we want, there's going to be Roman and The Rock. There's going to be Roman. It's still hanging there. And then Cena did the same thing, became, he was the face, but he also became bigger. And Vince doesn't want that to happen again. And I don't know if Triple H thinks that way, but Vince sure doesn't want that to happen again. It's the same thing. We can go through different wrestlers who had that happen. Miro was one of the most over guys with Miro Day, and they just was like, no, thank you. And they turned him to shit. And there are plenty more examples exactly of what you're talking about. The reason they do it is they don't want anybody that doesn't need them, if that makes sense.
Well, and part of it for WWE too is that power struggle. Right now, currently, is that power struggle. A lot of things are uneasy because of the sale. Who knows what happens when that's finally all officially done?
We thank you, Granny.
yeah, take it easy, you spaz. Jesus.
And
then we're not. Hey, here's the other thing too, Granny. We're not all fats. There's a couple of us that might be obeses.
Yeah, meantime.
I mean, there's 3 of us on the screen that are definitely above the weight we should be. So,
yeah.
And one of us has a cutoff sleeve shirt or sleeveless shirt. So yeah, I mean, the 3 of us that don't, I guarantee you, we're all overweight.
We should make a video and see how long we last with Timmy and his workout.
2 minutes. I almost passed out taking a crap today.
Yeah.
I sent you the video, Ace, of the promo.
I know. Yeah. Let me see if I can grab it.
Apparently, PT Salty is a Brit in some way. We just covered All In. You should have been here a little earlier. Damn Granny not getting the raid over here quick enough. Needs to do a 4-hour, 4.5, 5-hour fucking show.
Fucking
spouting off about goddamn nothing. Hey, you Granny. All right.
No, but JR, I hear what you're saying. I just feel as if he's the guy. It's inevitably he's going to be a star. I mean, just let him be a star. You know what I mean? Like, what do you can't ride the Roman and bloodline forever. I mean, like, it's just you. This guy right now, he's a mega star, man. I'm telling you that it's amazing. I love it.
Oh yeah. Eli Drake was over. LA Knight is over. People have followed this guy and come along with him. I mean, he's definitely over and definitely has fans. You know,
just let the man do his thing. That's what it comes down to at this point. Because I mean, like, I got NXT on the background right now. They got Judgment Day taking over, and it's just like, I'm not against Judgment Day or whatever it is, but like, there's just certain people that I feel like when you got the crowd behind you, let's go.
Yeah,
I want to see what happens.
Well, so here's the biggest thing with LA Knight right now is the fact that he's 42 years old, and apparently WWE is really off put by that fact. But AJ Styles didn't get over to WWE until his late 30s.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you heard
titles on him until he was 41, 42. So,
well, the Vince wanted to fire LA Knight. First, it was he could only be a manager because of his age. Then they wanted to fire him. Like, literally, Triple H is what saved him. Because Triple H was like, "No, man, this guy is a fucking talent. We can't." They literally, because of him, are having to change booking plans because of how over he is right now. That's the fucking crazy thing. That doesn't happen hardly anymore. Yeah.
But it boils down to like you said. It's I still 100% believe that they don't want the wrestlers to be
Bigger than company.
to not have to be. I mean, like with Mandy Rose, she got too big, and so they fired her. She got too big on OnlyFans, but it's the same. I mean, so that's why they let her go. Aside from the fact that we have our PG-13 product, and we don't need somebody to do. But whatever, she got too big. She didn't need him anyway. So go ahead, fire me. I don't give a shit.
Millions upon millions of dollars on OnlyFans. Hooray! All the lonely people.
Get off your high horse.
I'm quoting the fucking Beatles over here. You can call me JR. I'm going your generation of fucking assholes over here with my music choice.
The Beatles. You were Tom wants send all the dick pics to Tom. Well, you already know that, Granny. Tom is the collector. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's so hard to play this video.
What video?
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Tim Nella's promo video.
Oh yeah. I looks in the background.
Fucking shirtless. God damn it, dude.
Turn up the volume, Ace.
Is it really choppy on the playback?
Yes.
It is on my screen. Is it for you guys too?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, we can't hear it.
Hey, Tim, if you send it to me in Messenger, I can put it up here a lot easier.
Oh, Messenger.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, we got to get out of here on a Tim Nella top shelf promo. Come on now.
Shit.
I cut promos, Tommy, man.
Oh, I know.
I'm not afraid of nothing, man.
Oh, I didn't say you were afraid of anything. That's for damn sure, man. You know, I ain't gonna be over here saying anything bad about Tim Nella. All right, that's not my place. That's JR's place. He's a piece of shit.
No, you get off your high horse, you fuck.
Oh, now you want to come after me again?
I'm coming. I got tired of coming after you because it was so fucking easy.
Oh, is it now?
Oh.
Someday we'll do a real roast.
Yeah. Were you, by the way, Ace, were you at the was it her 40th birthday, the 40th birthday party roast of Tracy McRae? Were you at that?
No.
Why anybody wants to get roasted on their birthday is fucking beyond me, by the way.
Well, so look, here's the deal. She said, somebody says, oh, we should roast Tracy. Tracy is a radio personality from down in Rochester. Tim, I think you know Tracy.
I know, yeah.
Ace knows her. Everybody knows her but you, Tom, because nobody fucking bothers with that top shelf shit. But so somebody said, let's roast her. So you tell me you want to get roasted. Okay, it's going to get roasted. Other people were going up and were like, oh, Tracy has such goofy socks, you know, and just it wasn't. And so one of the things that I said was, well, Tracy McRae has a whatever in the ratings. And I don't know. And
I was looking. I'm looking. There ain't none in my DMs.
But anyway, I said, Tracy, you realize that means that 85% of the people in this town don't know who the hell you are. And it was stuff like that. It wasn't mean. I mean, she thought it was funny. But all the other people there were like, why is that man being so mean to Tracy?
Because you told a radio personality that the city that she works in, no one knows her. Yeah. That's fair. That's probably the best fucking roast you can come up with for a radio personality. Nowadays, it'd be 100% of the people in your fucking town don't know who the fuck you are because radio is fucking dead.
Well, this was before last week, Tom.
Yeah, I get that, JR. Jesus, what the fuck, dude?
Get off your high horse.
Do we really need to talk about this? Fucking settle this shit.
By the way, settle
Fucking
down.
old ass clown.
Children, settle down. By the way, shankitgolf.com, promo code top shelf. Help a brother out.
Yeah. Also, I might actually go down to Fort Worth. They have an invitational tournament down there for Shank. 6th. So,
what are you pulling, a Saint?
On there, place to stay. What's that, JR? You had something to say?
And he's the one that complains about the Iowa Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you were complaining about the Iowa. We didn't hear but like 40% of what you just said.
Yeah, you froze hard.
Oh, sorry. It's probably because I'm all my sweet shit right now. I froze hard again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Put the router in your fuck shower.
Tim, did you send me that video?
It looks like it just went through on Messenger. I think it just went through because I was able to play it back slightly.
There you go.
What are you doing? Damn. It hasn't hit me yet. What are you doing?
Jesse, why are you telling me to be professional? Have you never seen this show? I am the professional around here.
I kind of like PT Salty.
Yeah.
PT Salty's kind of knows how we feel about you, Tom.
I don't think I know PT Salty. I'm not familiar with that one.
Apparently, he's Aussie. So,
question for the guest. I'm sorry. There it is.
That's beautiful.
I remember Jesse. Sal. I remember Jesse. He was at my bachelor party.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, 2.5 years ago. I remember him. I think the video should have went now.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Once again, I do this I literally do it before the flag football games. It's nothing's written down. Nothing's, you know me, just straight improvise.
sorry to get your goat there, PT Salty.
Mm-hmm.
Aussie, everybody. Not apparently Aussie. He's Aussie. Aussie. Oi,
Get off your high horse, you miserable fuck.
24/7 reporting live from an undisclosed location. Listen up and listen real close. Can all of you please do me a favor and fall back like your hairlines when you're talking to me about the fall league? I am not worried about the fall league. I am worried about one thing and one thing only, and that is enjoying my time away from the game, enjoying my time at this 5-star resort, drinking this NA martini while all of you NIGGAs keep messaging me and asking me, hey, 24/7, are you gonna? I don't care right now. Here's what I care about. I care about one thing, and the one thing I care about is the fact that I told each and every one of you what I was going to do. I said I was going to win a ring, and guess what? I just didn't win a ring for me. I won a ring for the Gremlins, the greatest rough league team ever assembled. So you know what that means? That means Jay got a ring, Obi got a ring, Mo got a ring, Lil Mo got a ring, Bennett got a ring. I can't even think of who else got a ring. Matter of fact, Hip got a ring, Callie got a ring, Samnon got a ring, damn it, Dara got a ring. Anybody who's ever played with me has got a ring, the Hardy Boys. And guess who else got a ring? My boy Marty got a ring alarm, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about the fact that come the spring season, 24 Savage and the Gremlins will be back. You are seeing the start of a dynasty, and there's nothing that anybody out there can do to stop us.
I love it.
I do it every week.
I love it.
That's beautiful, Timmy.
When the fuck did you breathe during all that, man? Jesus Christ.
It's just top shelf, man. It's
fucking roll.
PT Salty is right. I'd put my money on you for sure. Yeah. You know what's crazy too? We talked about it. Like, I mean, you've done stand-up comedy too. You've done open mic night with these guys. I don't know if Tommy was there, but JR for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, first of all, it's just kudos to you for being that kind of person that's like, fuck it, I'm trying it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was Tim. Because there's a lot of people who are, you hear them every day, oh, I wish I could try wrestling. I wish I could try stand-up. Or I wish I could sing karaoke in front of people. I wish I could just even, like, you know, do this. Or I wish I could sky. But, like, everything you've told me you want to try to do, you've done them.
Yeah. JR's name gets brought. JR, your name gets brought up so much around me because every time someone brings up stand-up comedy, they remember vividly how you mispronounced my last name, and I walked back and get on stage, and just the whole thing, and like my first time doing an open mic, I closed the show thanks to JR, but I brought a crowd.
Yep.
And it was because I got on there, like I think my first 3 minutes, I was just roasting the people that were roasting me because they had, Kevin Hart brought his entourage, the whole night, Tommy. These guys were just going at me, and I'm like, okay, and I didn't care, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I don't, guys. I'm living right now, you know what I mean? Like why not? I mean, if I'm terrible at something, oh well, I'm terrible at it. I mean, at least I attempted it. But I'll probably try it again.
See, we got to get this man in a ring someday. It's gonna happen. You're more than welcome to ride down August 12th. Just know we don't come back that night, though. We do stay the night, so it brings close because none of us want to drive home after those shows. We have a good time, but it's draining. I'm pretty sure at the end of Newton, me and Tom were both like, "Fuck! Thank God we don't have to drive home." Anyways,
Always.
we got to make that happen though, because I think you would be great at it, my friend.
Oh yeah.
I think you would be great at it. It's gonna have to happen.
It's gonna happen. And once again, I go ahead, JR.
I was just say, and once you finish my business, you can also chop Tom.
Ace knows. I just enjoy being around y'all. Like for real. Like we watched Mania together and all that stuff. We did this during Mania. Like you guys are just good people, man. And like it's just I love to laugh. And between the three of you, I swear I can't stop laughing. I think Tom did the funniest though.
Oh, I mean, I'm not a comic, so that don't hurt me at all. I'm surprised Tom's not chirping about that.
Oh, something. Yeah. Apparently, I got to reset my computer here. So because
so you not hear what Tim just said?
I did not know.
He said you're the funniest out of the three of us.
Oh well, yeah, that's a given. Come on now.
What an absolute dick.
I mean, to be real honest, even if I had heard that, I might have just been playing it off. So,
Yeah,
get off your high horse, you
I
fuck.
hear it twice.
You weren't doing
That's some top shelf shit, bro.
See, Tim gets it all the time, man. You guys don't even have to worry about me anymore, man. Tim understands, man. Top shelf is the way to be, dude.
All right.
I mean, if anybody's really the epitome of top shelf, it's not me. It's definitely Tim over here, man. The dude's like a modern day Renaissance man. He's all over the place. Athlete, actor, soon to be wrestler, podcaster, real estate agent. Man, the dude's all over the place, man.
Are you personal training too?
If I do it, I'll do it online. But I'm not at the gym anymore just because I hate getting pulled in so many different directions. Like stuff like this. Like my downtime, I'd much rather be doing this on my downtime than having to like have somebody be like, I can only train at 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, dude, I want to be in bed.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Fuck that. I love it, bro. Tim, we've always said this. You're part of the crew here, so you always have that open door invite, and we'll be using you when we have special stuff coming up. We like to have our favorite people. I don't know. We got to work some stuff out for the next 2 weeks, but I do know August first 3 weeks from tonight will be our SummerSlam preview show. We've got our friend Whitney McAllister who's going to be joining us for that one, and then on the 8th we're going to do a review. Talk about it. We got our friend Nerd D coming back on the show for that one.
Yeah.
So is SummerSlam
the 5th?
It's my birthday.
August 5th.
It's my birthday.
And we were gonna watch that at Tom's.
We are watching. We are watch along in at Tom's house.
Well,
guys,
for fuck's sake,
JR isn't anymore. This fucking old.
Oh, are you working?
Fuck away from me.
No, I'm working up in at the casino in Grand Portage. I should be home, but I'm gonna be. I mean, I won't be home until it starts. I got a 5-hour ride back.
When are you doing that show? Friday,
August 4th and 5th.
So
you ain't making it back.
You're not going to be at the watch along.
Yeah, it's August 5th. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, then I won't be at the watch along.
Yeah, you're not making it because God
Tim, you
damn,
gotta take my spot.
If
Tim,
I'm not,
I want to give you my spot.
Well, I'm sure Nela might have some shit going. It's his birthday.
I may be in Texas on that day. I think I'm planning on going to Texas. My family's
We've
Big
thought
Mike's-
long and hard about it, and we want to give you my spot.
He thought long and hard about it until all like the last 30 seconds when he realized he can't fucking do yet another 2-count obligation.
Sorry, I thought so. Here's the thing: the show was originally scheduled for July 7th and 8th, and when I contacted them, they said, "Oh, we didn't tell you; it got moved back a month."
Damn.
So,
Motherfucker.
my
All right,
apologies.
well,
guys.
that just means more guests. So
That's not top shelf.
We'll get
know it is.
Exactly.
We'll
This
get
is
the
some
work
JR
on that.
bottom of the barrel bullshit right here.
Get off your high horse, you fuck! If you had a show that was paying you, you'd go to it too.
True.
Motherfucker.
That's house
No.
shit, JR.
Yeah, you know how many times I had to turn down shit because I'm doing stuff already for the 2 count?
Not one.
Zero.
Not
Fuck you both, all right? You
Zero?
fucking you cowards. You
How
can't do
many
what I
times
fucking
have
do.
you turned
You
down
s-
shit
you
we
say-
wanted to do so you could go and kiss Aaron Imholtz's ass?
Tommy,
Excuse me?
top shelf. Is he
Excuse me?
JR?
JR,
And
do you
his-
really want to fucking go here?
No,
Top
I don't.
shelf.
I'm
Is he
just
JR or is he
Exactly.
Harold.
That's
Listen.
Rail Drake right there. That's Rail.
Exactly.
That's
Here's the deal. I have yet to miss one of these Tuesday night episodes. JR, in the time I've been here, how many have you missed? 3 or 4?
Probably 3 or 4.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I was over here saying, I don't know if I'll be here every week. Like I got other things I want to do. And no, I've made this a priority. I made this an obligation. This is why I'm here each and every week, giving these people exactly what they deserve. The top shelf treatment, JR.
If my memory is correct, you did have to leave early at least once.
Yeah, your work caught on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a work obligation. Okay.
Oh, what were mine?
But I was still here,
were
wasn't
mine?
I?
Your comedy's not working.
He showed up late one time when he had to go buy that car. Remember? He showed up. He was here.
Yeah.
He was here. He showed up late to go buy the car. I
Yeah,
remember that.
that's true.
Well, either way, no JR means just an extra guest on our watch.
I hope you get somebody that is nice and somebody that will. I mean,
yelling.
honestly, one of the things I was hoping to do was kind of foul up Tom's bathroom.
I imagine that was on your list. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had an idea. I was gonna load up on sushi.
I'll tell you what.
Your soul is foul. You know that, JR?
I'll tell
Your
you.
soul, deep down in your damn cockles of your heart, you're fucking just foulness. Everything about you, JR.
See, that's why I think you're wrong. I think most people think I'm a beloved old soul that they would love to hang around and
I can't wait till you get that
talk
old
about.
coot stage, then, fucking loser.
I'm never
Jesus,
going to
like-
be a coot. Get off your high horse, you miserable fuck.
Is this like you telling me to get off your lawn? You fucking
No,
loser.
it isn't.
Fucking
No, it
weirdo.
isn't because here's the
Get
thing.
off my lawn,
Oh, I
old
can't wait.
ass prick.
I can't wait for Waterloo. It's gonna be great being in the same room with you guys for 3 nights. Anyways,
Oh fuck.
Real quick, everybody. Yeah, let's wrap her up here.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
We already
When he
did
says
that
wrap
part.
her up, here's what I do.
We already.
Coming soon to the 2 count.
Well, I'll
We
tell you
paid
this.
for it. We might as well use it.
True. August 5th, Saturday, August 5th, there will be a watch along stream for SummerSlam. So make sure you join Thomas and myself and some special guests as we watch SummerSlam and talk about it with you as we watch it live. We also, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 20th through the 22nd, Waterloo, Iowa, the George Tragus Luthez Hall of Fame weekend. Friday night, that night, there will be a big IPW Impact Pro Wrestling show at the Convention Center. We're going to dive into that actually Tuesday next week. That's what we're doing on next week's show. We are previewing the events. There's also going to be a podcast collective Saturday morning that you can see all these guys on, minus Nela, but you'll see JR, you'll see Tommy on that one. More than likely, I'll be at it too. Wes and I will be doing a live podcast. Again, it's not confirmed, but more than likely our guest will be Devon Dudley, so make sure you watch for that. And again, just a great time. It's always a good weekend. Some really big names, JBL. Again, Devon Dudley's going to be there. Colt Cabana, Haku. I don't even know the list. It's a big list. I don't have it in front of
Bill
me.
DeMott.
Bill DeMott. You're gonna get all this though. Conrad Thompson, which also is bringing Bruce Pritchard to induct him. So Bruce Pritchard will be there. Kind of unadvertised, but he is coming. So at least that's what's been said. So yeah, man, there's a bunch of names, and it's what's cool is Friday night you can get all the autographs and pictures you want and stuff. But if you're there for the whole weekend, the banquet and everything, you really get a lot of time with the wrestlers and the talent and all that. So very, very cool weekend. We're proud to be going down and being part of it. We'll be running all the audio, guys. That's right. We're your PA boys for the weekend. So yeah, that's going to go it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get your tickets. Check it out online. It's the George Tragu's Luthaz Hall of Fame weekend at the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that name get announced, I was like, really? All right. Not my decisions. Yeah, so Bill DeMott will be there. I'll be interested to see how busy he is with fans. I don't know. Anyways, it's a great weekend. Be there. Again, to August 12th, Madhouse, Knoxville. Tommy and I will be there. DJ Top Shelf Tommy. I'll be your host, and it's going to be one hell of a night. So, and then, guys,
Tim.
Once we get through August, we hit the ground running again with Absolute. Absolute's got quite a busy fall coming their way, so you'll have some chances to see me and Tom do our thing with them as well. So, and see JR do comedy instead of the watch along.
Only if you go all the way to northern Minnesota, the northernmost casino in Minnesota. Shut up, you.
Do you two have anything you want to promote that I missed?
No, you'll see me here all the time. Every Tuesday on the 2 Count, you'll see me because I'm a fucking loyal soul and the only host that actually brings in the audience.
You know, you can buy me out at any time.
What are you
No, I can't.
No, he can't. I won't let that happen. No.
You can buy me out at any time, Tom.
No, you are part of the show.
Top shelf 2 Count to the fucking toilet with
First of all, you should be nicer, Tom, because this is JR's show. This whole thing was his idea. So, I mean, in all honesty, this is your show.
And some people just know when they see an idea how they can make it better. Ergo, I'm here. You're welcome.
No, more like
Jim.
No, it's more like you're welcome because we brought you on the show.
Okay.
So,
sure.
A sip of that.
Wine and beer, baby.
Yeah. And Timmy, man, love you, brother. Again,
yes, Tim, thank you for being here.
You knocked it out of the park at that play. I was very proud to see you doing that. Made me feel good to see someone I consider a close friend kicking ass like that. And
playing Saturday, if you want to come watch me on the field perform, I'm playing Saturday.
Is that the last home game?
It's the last home game, and then it's playoffs, and if we win, and then we'd go travel up to Mountain Lake, and then if we win that, we get the championship in Albert Lee.
So if you're in the Rochester area, Mayo High School?
Thank you, PT Salty. Yeah, Mayo High School. Yeah, 5 p.m.
Mayo High School, 5 p.m. Is it Minnesota Freeze? Rochester Freeze?
Med City Freeze.
That's it.
Y'all were talking about like those, because those pro wrestling, those flyers that they had for Madhouse were dope. So I'm sitting here like this whole entire time before I got on the call, I literally sat here and just created like 20 flyers.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Luke hustles when he does that shit. It's something
so
to see.
when you go on Facebook and then you see all these, that's me. I literally sat here.
Hell yeah.
Flyers.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, check that out. I don't think I got anything going on Saturday night, so I will come out and watch it, Timmy. Unless it's raining. Sorry, bro. I love you, but
I might not be there if it's raining either.
Hell yeah. Well, I will see you Saturday night, my friend. I'll talk to you. I'll come by. I'll say hi after the game. And yeah, boys, we'll see you Tuesday next week. Getting ready. Hall of Fame week is almost upon us, which means content for you.
Thanks to all of you guys for watching. Granny, thank you for the raid. And those of you that came in with Granny, we appreciate it very, very much.
Thanks
Have
for the hype
a great
train.
rest of your night, y'all.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Hey.